Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and it's a Wednesday, so you know that means here at the Wrestling for Life Network, it means we got another AEW live stream tonight as we jump into Dynamite. It's going to be a fun one, lots to talk about, lots to get into, fatal four-ways and number one contenders and a rematch. We're going to talk all about it, folks. Get in that chat, click all the buttons. Let's have a little fun with the wrestling tonight, but strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. We are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there, and we welcome you. If you're new here, make sure you click all those buttons, join the family. If you're not new here, click all those buttons, and thank you for being a part of the family. But it's going to be a fun one here tonight. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into. As always, the Wrestling Fans United taking over the IWC with our positivity, our fun, and the Wrestling Utopia. As always, Wednesday night is a night of hopium. Wednesday night is a night of excitement, and we have our fingers crossed that our buddy TK can offer up some stuff, even though somebody, Mr. Uncle out there, might be already offering reasons why things aren't going to be as great as we hope. But we'll talk about that as we move forward. I see that chat filling up already. I want to see triple digits in this chat, so be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, take this link, give it to all the people you know. Bring them on in. We see new faces every single day, and it's always a pleasure. But I hope everyone out there happy, healthy, and safe. You put hump day in the books. Friday Junior tomorrow. The weekend is almost upon us, and we got lots coming your way. A couple schedule changes, which we will talk about. But I will take a second to remind everybody, I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And as always, it's a pleasure on behalf of Big Nick and Anthony and the whole Wrestling Life family. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. I will get to that chat in a minute, and we'll start saying hello and clicking through because, as you know, I like to ramble and I get caught up. But we got lots going on here tonight. Remember, go get your Wrestling Fans United merch and become a member of the Wrestling Fans United. On all your wrestling posts, hashtag WFU. Let the IWC know they are no more. We are not caught up in the hate watching. We are not caught up in the negativity, the nitpicking. We are going to enjoy the wrestling as much as possible. And tonight might, force me to go back on that word a little, but we'll see. But we just added Will Ospreay taking on AR Fox. Hey, should be a fun match, should be exciting. Not necessarily what I would book for Ospreay, but we'll see what that means. The Fatal Four-Way, the International Fatal Four-Way, as we get Orange Cassidy, Mark Davis, which I'm shocked it's Mark Davis, not Mark Briscoe, taking on Ricochet, taking on Mike Speedball Bailey, his second week on the show. Who's going to win this? Go on to take on Kenny Omega for the international title at Dynasty. We will find out tonight. Megan Bayne taking on Stat, a Haas girl fight. This one should be fun. This one should be hard-hitting. It should be a good one. So let's see what they have for us. And, of course, the rematch. A lot of people were a little bit sour on the main event of Revolution. A lot of people thought Revolution cooked, except the main event fell a little short. I'm shocked they're running this one back. If Adam Copeland wins tonight, I will be a little critical that could have been done at Revolution to save us this headache. But we don't know what's going to happen here. Will there be a new member of the Death Riders? Will somebody help Edge? Will there be a kerfuffle of all kinds of sorts, folks? We don't know, but we will be here for all of it tonight. We will be the reaction to all the action, and it's going to be a fun one. But with all that being said, I will say this real quick. We were running a March Madness tournament where we wanted to do a contest. We didn't get a whole lot of entries, so that is going to go by the wayside as we never got a lot of brackets filled out. That is unfortunate. Tomorrow, We are back for Wing of the Ring. Big Nick will be defending his wing title, his crown, as we go into the WrestleMania edition. We go one-on-one. Myself, Nick, Anthony. Who will be the wing king going into this battle? Well, we know it's going to be Nick. Who's coming out? Well, we'll find out. But we are going to test our WrestleMania knowledge. You get to join in. You get to be a part of the fun. And you get to watch us eat some hot wings and answer some trivia. Should be a good time, as always. And then, of course, don't forget, Friday, we are here at 2:45 p.m. Special start time. 3 faces on your screen right now. Roman, Seth, and CM Punk will all be in the building. Plus, Jade will take on Liv. And we will get Piper versus Zelina and much more. Live from Bologna. So it's going to be a good one, folks. Remember, make sure you click that little bell. Reminds you when we're going live. We want to keep you up to date on all the goodness, all the fun. But with all of that being said, we are getting set for Dynamite. We are about 8 minutes away. So we'll see how well I do tonight as far as catching up to this chat. But Michael, first one in tonight. Good to see you, Michael. Thank you for the upload. Well, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. We appreciate it. Sean Reed with a novel. Let's see. Hashtag WFU facts. W4L. I swear, if there's another shitty Dynamite and then F up these main event again, it's going to write a letter to protest, right? Go angry tweet it and hashtag us. But thank God KG and Nick can make it entertaining. We certainly try. We always say the wrestling might suck. We never do. And again, every Wednesday, I know, listen, we're going to talk about this throughout the night, but I've been taking a lot of heat from certain pockets of the IWC. I've been taking heat for my take, my opinion on some of the AEW stuff. People don't like it. I try and convince people otherwise, but nonetheless, that's not my job. What it's the mindset with all this is certain people are going to like what they like, and you're entitled to like what you like. But it's this ongoing toxic fan base that just, it turns people away. It makes you not want to be a fan. I mean, we talked before about Ice Cube Jr. not liking how he was treated. And again, I'm taking a lot of heat for it, but we show up every week here with optimism. I want to see AEW do well. I want to see it do good. I want to have laughs. I want to cheer tonight. I don't want to sit here and just bellyache about all the things that are nonsensical. Last week was a rough one. I don't care what anyone out there says. It was lucha heavy. It's a lot of guys that were not invested in. The main event was a horrible choice. Let's hope, Sean. Let's hope. Eric, welcome back. Wrestling for Life buddies. Can't wait for Statlander versus Bayne 2 and Mone versus Starkz. Tonight, we will get Megan be involved in both matches. Both, I don't know yet, because I truly believe that Sasha Banks is avoiding wrestlers to protect her image. I think she's taking bookings with Momo or Starkz or lesser lights, lesser known wrestlers, especially to protect herself. I think Tony's protecting her, that if you put her in the ring with top people, she will be exposed. She will look bad. The fans will want the title change. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Mercedes does tonight. Megan Bayne might be too much of a serious threat for her. Samarator, one of the newer names. I do appreciate it. Enjoy the Masked Singer. I stopped watching after T-Pain one, but nonetheless, apparently it's still going. And have fun with that. But thank you for stopping in here tonight. Javon, good to see you. Oh, my God, say his name, and he appears. Joe Henry has been announced for WWE World. I haven't seen this, Javon, but if it is true, and he's going to go over to WWE World, very interesting. I said Monday night would be the perfect opportunity to get that massive pop. It'd be such a huge moment for Joe, the TNA World Champion, showing up on the world stage, showing up in Glasgow with Jay needing a partner. I think this would be epic. It's my vote. It's my thought that it's going to be Joe. I want it to be Joe. Let it be Joe. I hope it's Joe. We believe in Joe Hendry. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. TK just added Ospreay versus Air Fox. I got that, Damien. Should be a good match. Again, I don't know really what the purpose behind it is. Not every match has to have the deepest of purpose. Sometimes it's just a match for a match or a match leading to an angle. I can get behind that. AR Fox can wrestle his ass off. Ospreay can wrestle his ass off. This should be a better than expected match. Ken, good to see you. Good evening. Just watching some PBA bowling. Really? While we wait for KJ. How is that treating you? Like, I'm all for some good bowling. Watching it on TV is not something I've done very often, if ever. What's up, TJ? How you doing? C Money. Looking forward to Peter fighting the giant chick. Let's go. Let's go. That's exactly what this main event is. So I expect it to be chaos. I expect it to be a little bit of nonsensical. I'm curious to see how overbooked or underbooked it might be by the end of it all. But again, if Cope just outright wins this street fight tonight, as a person that paid $50 to watch the pay-per-view, I don't quite get the method to the madness. I think if Moxley loses the title, the Death Riders are dead. Does that matter? I don't know. Isaac, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. We will be here in the afternoon on Friday. Looking forward to that one. Katie, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you are well. I like seeing the chat out there, giving some love. Don't forget, we are on Twitch. C Money, welcome back. Good to see you. Saying hi to Katie before you said hi to me, bro. What's up with that? I have my cookies ready. The cookies are good. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Ready for the street fight, grudge match, and nightmares. Anyone out there like super pumped? Like, I can't wait for this rematch. I mean, I get it. My opinion has been a little bit, I don't want to say sour, but I haven't loved the Moxley stuff. I think Moxley and Copeland actually hurt this roster. I think that Moxley as champ hurts AEW's product. And I've said it before. It's not because I hate AEW. It's because I think AEW has a lot of talent that should be in the main event spot that Moxley is just killing. He's hurting the business. Dari Bennett, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing over on Twitch? Good to see you. Good to see you. As right now, let's check. Let's do a milestone check-in with Twitch as we are officially up to 47. We need 3 Twitchers for our first milestone of 50. So make sure you go over to Twitch and check us out. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Devin, welcome back. Sin, I see you. Paul is here. How you doing, Paul? How you doing? Roddy, welcome back. I have coffees and donuts. That's a wonderful combo. Let's go. Clay, what's up? How are you? March Madness today and tomorrow. I'm excited for March Madness. I filled out a couple brackets on my own. For those who don't know, big fan of Kentucky. Always want Kentucky to do well. I think Duke's going to have a good tournament as well. Auburn's always a threat. So we'll see. And as of right now, we're working through. We were going to do a contest. Not sure that is going to be viable. Gregory, how you doing? Damien, got you. Where Dynamite is tonight. They had a blizzard in Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, so the story going around per Uncle Schmucker, there was a bit of bad weather. Apparently people, I'm a little surprised. Like, the day of, people are still coming in the day of. I would expect people to be there yesterday, or it depends on where they're coming from, I suppose. So again, last week there was excuses that people were banged up and not feeling great coming off Revolution. That's partly why we got the show we got. So are they just preparing us? As a business, and there's enough talent in this company, if a few people can't make it to the building, you got enough talent still to have a good show. To me, that's an excuse that shouldn't fly. Jamar, welcome. Jamar Music, I like it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. OG Dale in the house. Good to see you. Fletch, Alberto Del Rio was suspended from AAA. He was fighting with fans. Alberto, listen, I have not much good to say about Alberto. If the stories are true, some have been proven to be true. Not the greatest of human beings. I actually had a partner once upon a time doing this that had Alberto on and was super complimentary, and it was something that bothered me. I didn't like it. It doesn't surprise me. Trouble seems to find this guy. He is banned from Tijuana. I don't know what to tell you. But ladies and gentlemen, it looks like I am getting the start of the show. If you want to sync up with me, I have the outside shot of the building from Omaha. It's crazy that Omaha is snowier than Canada. I like it. But we are ready to go, folks. Get in the chat. Get in the chat. Click all those buttons. Don't be quiet. And let me know what's on your Rasta mind. We will take a prediction on every single match. Congratulations, Damien, for becoming our predictions champion. And we will take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night. So don't forget that as well. It's Wednesday. You all know what that means. Oh, the kiddies are here. So we are getting the call out. Excalibur on the mic. Ospreay versus AR Fox gonna cook. Bayne versus Statlander gonna cook. Bayne, Statlander, ton of potential. I love Statlander. I feel like Statlander was done a bit dirty. I think when she dropped the TBS title, it was a chance for her to move up the roster, challenge somebody like a Toni Storm, get involved with the main event level females in the group, but kind of floundered, and we've lost her a bit. Megan Bayne is an absolute star. This lady is a beast, and this is where we talk about booking the right people in the right spots. Mercedes, Billie might be an okay match. I hope it goes well. Ospreay, AR Fox should absolutely cook. Again, not a whole lot of depth behind this one, but I don't care. But here we go. We're opening. We either open shows or close shows with Jane, as Orange Cassidy is out and ready to go. I will put a poll up in the chat, but who's going to win? Who goes on to take on Kenny Omega at Revolution, as this one shall be very interesting. Very interesting. Dun, 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 dun. Go. And Speedball. So who are you taking? Who are you taking, folks? Who is going to be the number one contender? And does it really matter if Kenny is setting up a match for July with Okada? Anybody surprised we're opening with the Fatal 4-Way? Start poll. But Tony Khan continues his loyalty and love with Orange Cassidy. Not my favorite choice. Again, Orange Cassidy, Hechicero, not a great choice for a Dynamite main event. Anyone out there that, oh, well, you know, this is better than that. We got to stop playing that game. If you don't like one or the other, that's fine. Just stay in your corner and cheer as much as you possibly can. But here comes Speedball, Mike Bailey. Here for Harley, MDB. Good to see you, sir. Welcome back. Travis, good to see is this GCW and WWE thing? A new partnership? Definitely a working relationship, if nothing else. Again, I think WWE has proved with TNA, with other companies, that you can help each other. You can work together. You can have it advantageous. So having, you know, GCW get the exposure from the Fed helps GCW. It gives an outlet for other athletes. It gives another avenue for athletes to progress. I'm all for it. Hope tonight is better than last week. Christopher can't be worse. Well, it could be, but I hope it's not. Weather issues over there. I saw that Moxley had to drive 11 hours to make props to him. Yeah, if he had to drive 11 hours, it's crazy. It's crazy. A little surprised about how they're doing things, but nonetheless, I hope he made it to the building safely. He's good to go. Generally, he's used to driving in the desert, so this is a new experience for him altogether. As here comes Mark Davis. Still shocked. Mark Davis is here, not Mark Briscoe. Sup, Safid, how you doing? Jerome, how you doing? Adam Copeland versus Moxley will be a bloodline rules match, literally. Yeah, pretty much. What's up, William Berg? How you doing? Hashtag Harley. Hashtag we want Harley. Go put it on the internet, folks. We want Harley. She was done dirty. Now she's Harley Graham, and we're never going to see her again. Feels like that's an appropriate distance for I like that. Anthony Vargas, welcome back. Nathaniel, I see you out there. Let's go. See money. Got you. Cherokee George. Evening all. So glad the blizzard is over here. Vicious wins. Here we go. Now, is it really a blizzard? Are you guys really getting hit hard? I mean, I'm Canadian. I'm a little biased, but it was sunshiny and double-digit degrees Celsius. I know. But nonetheless, hope everyone is safe. And you're dealing with the snow well. We're happy to be getting rid of the snow. They are calling for a chance of snow tomorrow, which is no fun. But here comes Ricochet. Let's hope it's better Dynamite than last week and this week's Raw, please. Absolutely. I want tonight to be better than last night. I want last night to be better. Punching my stuff. Be better than the night before. I really do. And like I said, I took a lot of heat for not liking last week's Dynamite. To me, it was subpar. It was, it was worse than a Ring of Honor. A lot of pre-tapes. I don't care what the excuses are. Yeah, your job as a booker is to plan ahead. And there was other people in the building that were there, not banged up, that could have been utilized. You didn't do that. The main event was lackluster. If we tuned into a Raw and it was like Tozawa versus Chad Gable in the main event, people would lose their fucking mind. What is this? But AEW, it was good. It was good. What? You don't like Lucha? Oh, come on now. That's not fair. Pete Dunne will be on the Bloodsport during WrestleMania weekend. Yeah, Natty's going to do work with NWA. Natty's going to go be at Bloodsport. We will be here live for Bloodsport Thursday, the 18th, I believe it is, of April. WrestleMania weekend. It starts with Bloodsport on the Thursday night. Craft, welcome. Fledge, main event, crossbody Uso. Yeah. I mean, again, the spear didn't go that well. I admit for sure. Anthony, you think KJ on this day? KJ will see clearly if Dynamite broke his dreams. But we got the start of the Fatal 4-Way on and popping here, folks. Again, get in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking. Right now, 28% going OC. That's a high number. Davis coming in real low at 3. Rico and Speedball, 31, 38% respectively. So OC, Rico, and Speedball kind of split the vote. And I mean, it would make sense if it's Speedball, but I don't know. Tony's crazy. I go into Dynamite watching with an open mind, but 5 minutes in, it closes. Listen, I start every week with hope. And if you watched my stream last week and it was the first time you saw me talk about Dynamite, you would think I absolutely hate AEW. You really would. I get it. I do. I was not happy. As a fan, I was disappointed. So nonetheless, here we are. We're hoping and we're off of the Fatal 4-Way tonight. Good start to the night. As we got the kicks, big kick to the face. Down goes Rico. Wrestling for Life. Nice Twitch. Well, thank you. Be a friend. Tell all your friends about our Twitch, as we now need 2 Twitchers to get to 50. So let's get in there. Let's help our Twitch grow, as we just kicked it off. But we do appreciate it. Let's go. Damien, good to see I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe. Scotland mystery partner is Joe Hendry for sure. No surprise there. He's from Scotland. Nice move, Triple H. If he does pull it off, I agree. Like, I think it's a feel-good moment. That's what you're setting up. I know some people said Tyler Bate, maybe. There's a couple other names being bounced around. Joe just makes sense. And it's just a nice thing. Like, you don't have to do it, but if you do it, nice job. Nice. It was a nice play. Oh, see with the hand in the pocket, getting yanked out by Ricochet after an exchange with Speedball. What's up, boss? Time for Dynamite. Hopefully better than the train wreck. Boston, always a pleasure, sir. Hope you are well. OC is the main event and not Cope versus Moxley will be crazy. Well, we are getting Moxley Cope in the main event. I do imagine, Anthony, you can't really do a street fight in the middle of Dynamite. Let me scroll down to the bottom, work my way back up. Cat's here. Brandon's here. Brandon, Richard, Action's here. Dill, hashtag WFU. Let's go. Cat with some love. Brandon, good to see Spitball. Oh, rough. Sonic the Spinball for the W. I like that one. C Money. Johnny, welcome back. I miss watching AEW, I really do, but Tony Khan is doing nothing to bring me back. I hope they do something to bring me back one day, but I feel like AEW, I feel like the old AEW, I love it, it gone. I think that's what a lot of us do, right? Like, I started doing this because my love for AEW. And again, I would much rather show up on Wednesdays and Saturdays and have nothing but good things to say, be positive and really be impressed. Like, good start so far to this show right now. Ricochet running away from Mark Davis. But yeah, I agree. I mean, it has fallen off. And I know there's certain people out there that don't want to believe it, don't want to hear it, don't agree. And even when it's right in front of their face and you think you have them, like, how do you get out of this one? There's always an answer. There's always an excuse. There's always but the Fed, back in 1992, the product is struggling a little bit. And last week was a great example of some of its flaws. There's so much good here, though. There's so much good talent. There's so many good wrestlers. There's so much you could do with this roster if you want to listen to your fan base. Tony Khan, to me, in a lot of ways, late 2024 into 2025, there's moments where I feel like he's abandoned his fan base. We get behind something, he doesn't book it. We don't care about something, he overbooks it. It's a real twisted kind of relationship right now between AEW and its fans. Matt Barnes drove 95 miles to go to Derek Fisher. Let's go. Been watching some classic WrestleMania as well, Christopher. I've been doing my homework. I've been doing my research, getting ready for the Wing of the Ring tomorrow night. I want my crown back. 2-time champion. I want my third. I'm going after the crown. Nick's got to watch out. I'm going after his head. So it's going to be a fun one. I think this one's going to be a battle. Being that WrestleMania is the topic, we only have 40. I know it's a lot of years, but 40 shows to build our trivia on. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. Be here for that, folks. 8 p.m. tomorrow night. The Trivia Hot Wing Challenge goes live. One of a kind out there. So make sure you check it out. Jason, good to see you. I'd watch 11 hours. Yeah, I mean, if anybody should have got a flat tire, it might be Mox. No Mercy. Let's go, Ronan. Anthony, long overdue, but I bought my first wrestling. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Long overdue. I got to get you some more swag there, sir. That is excellent. I actually have to get some of my own, especially if I'm going to shows. We'll take Ospreay 12 minutes to beat a low Carter. Mr. Noob, welcome back. Yes, again, it will probably be a highly competitive match. Some will argue too competitive. Yeah, it should be fun to watch. Cobra Kai, Mike Bailey, I like it. I guess Tony Storm defends in a triple threat at Dynasty. Interesting, Richard. It's possible. Mike with the knees to Mark, rolling through. Ricochet for the win. How are you today? God bless you. Jordan, I'm great. Another night of watching wrestling. Can't complain. Hanging out with the peeps. We're almost at triple digits, so get in this chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Let's jack these chats up. We love hanging out in the triple digits, and it's become a thing for us. I really do appreciate. Last week was absolutely terrible. Ring of Honor people on Dynamite. LOL. The thing that blows my mind. Oh, shooting star. Ricochet, chucking speedball. Ricochet to the top. Davis taking a nap. Standing shooting star. Anything you can do, I can do better. Out goes Ricochet. OC winding up. What up, what up, what up? Devlin is my brother. Shout out Devlin. Waka, good to see ya. Good fellas, welcome, welcome, welcome. I think they need to pivot off Mox as champ. I hope Cope wins. Let's get it, get the belt around the waist and not in a briefcase. 100% good fella. One of the craziest things in all my years watching wrestling, I don't recall a time where the title was missing like this. All three men kicking Davis. Ricochet pushing the other two forward. And Speedball and OC realizing Ricochet and OC could be a tag team. Speedball and Slowball. As Davis clears house. All right, we're rolling, folks. AEW does not have a good product. Yeah, I mean, again, we started off 2025. World's End was good. The first few Dynamites of the year, pretty solid. The last few weeks, hit and miss. Last week was atrocious. 2 weeks ago wasn't great. And again, a lot of it is trying to keep things connected and make them make sense and not make them childish and don't insult the intelligence of the fans. If it becomes stupid or silly, then we give up. And last week was a rough one. It really was. KJ, you're not the only one taking heat for the comments on last week's AEW Dynamite. JD from New York apparently got pulled. Maybe Larry, as we go into picture, folks, Mark Davis is in control right now. I don't want to go too deep into this, Larry. We touched on it a couple times. Here's the thing. I said it before. I'll say it again. JD used to do all his shows with AEW apparel on, and nobody cared what he said. If he was racist, sexist, biased, and I'm not accusing him. That's not my job. That's not my place. I don't throw stones. But when he was doing that, the faithfuls were right with him. Then he turned on AEW, and now his behavior, now his opinions are a problem. It's interesting. I will never defend the man. I've had my issues with the man. I've been blocked by the man. It is what it is. At the end of the day, you want to act tough, you want to act big, you want to play big games, you're going to get treated big. I do think there's a level of pettiness, a level of childishness, and a level of diva to the situation of why he was pulled. Grow up, grow a pair. So what? Some podcaster is sitting on commentary while you're doing your match. It's mind-blowing. But nonetheless, when you play that game, when you want to be that shocking guy yelling in your mother's basement, well, then you risk the consequences. But like I said, for a long time, he was saying the exact same shit, and a large group of people who are eating him alive right now. Like, that's all you need to know about the diehard fan base. The kind of the toxic side of the IWC is, it doesn't matter what you tell them, doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter how you approach it. It's vulgar. The ones that are saying just enjoy the wrestling, we should all get along, are the most vile, mean-spirited, shitty, lonely, crabby, crunchy people out there. They're the ones telling you how stupid you are and how dumb it is, and what, you know, oh, but this and but that. Like a Dave Meltzer, who's the leader of the asshole tribe, can't help himself of, oh no, I'm just I'm unbiased. Bullshit. If you're going to be unbiased, be unbiased. But the hypocrisy, the fickleness, it's crazy. But nonetheless, crazy situation that, you know, Tony's now getting independent commentators pulled. It's crazy to me. Good fella got that one, and I completely agree. Moxley's killing these shows, and not in a good way. Kid Revo, welcome back. 316, welcome back. Boston got you. Philip, I see you. Mike, I see you. Mike N, to be specific. Christopher Cox, got you. Kraft, we got you. If I missed you, put your comment back in the chat. That's all you got to do. OC for the win. Jane. You're changing to the channel to literally anything else. It's not the most exciting start to a show. And again, Orange Cassidy open shows, Orange Cassidy main event shows. It didn't make sense for me that Orange Cassidy main evented 3 of 4 Dynamites with what was on your pre-show. If you're a main eventer in the main event spot, why the fuck are you on the pre-show of Revolution? Doesn't add up. Doesn't make sense. I don't like it. Well, we get a Hurricane Rana. Her head scissors. Down goes Ricochet. And if anyone can remember, I was a defender of Orange Cassidy. I sold Nick on Orange Cassidy. And now I'm like, what are we doing? He's a great mid-card guy. You give him a mid-card belt, which he did have, and he has fun matches. He's not a terrible wrestler. But there has to be levels to his gimmick. You can't pin another man with your hands in your pocket. That's where you're going too far with the gimmick. And that's where good production and good coaches would teach you that. Yeah, do all your tricks with your hands in your pocket. But when you go to make the pin, you want to win. You take your hands in your pocket for the pin. Or else you just look like a fish. Mike Bailey with the moonsault. Down goes Davis. Down goes Ricochet. Bailey. You bring Bailey in, and he's supposed to be a big deal. You're excited to get Bailey in. Bailey is going to be a part of another big signing. He wins a match against Mortoast and then loses in a fatal 4-way or doesn't get the win. It's not the most impressive. Hi, welcome to the company. 2-2-2-2 on OC. Speedball. I guess Tony Storm got that one. Long overdue. It is definitely long overdue, my guy. Corny, Ricochet for the win. There was nothing wrong with this week's Raw. This week's Raw was okay. It wasn't the greatest. It was a lot of a reload, right? And I mean, I think I gave it a 7 out of 10. I thought overall, not bad. Wasn't, again, I think as wrestling fans, we get a little bit spoiled because so much crazy shit's happening. This one lacked the oh my God moments, right? But we got some really good shit. And I mean, John Cena, and I stand on my business about this one. John Cena, Cody absolutely cooked. It was perfect. And Cena, again, whether you love him or hate him, the most talked about guy in all of wrestling right now. So sorry if you don't like him. Jay's dive was hilarious. But mistakes happen. As 2 count. Ricochet can't put OC away. We had a nasty one day for 65 plus mile per hour blowing snow blizzard. Okay. Well, hold on. T's and P's. Johnny. I misgot that one. Got all these. What's up, Kat? Brandon got you. Frankie, I don't know if I said hello to you yet. Hope you are well. I like Bayne, but why they put her right up front? So many other women deserve the spot. Oh, yeah, new toy. Again, I think at times Tony is guilty of doing the other thing to protect people's egos and people's feelings. I think that's one of the biggest things about AEW. And when you bring in a Will Ospreay, a Jay White, I think he's missed opportunities to just bring somebody in and strap a rocket to him. Treat him like Jacob Fatu. Treat him like a Penta, where you see them in a positive, strong light. And that doesn't mean they got to go right to the top, but like Ospreay, strap a rocket to this guy's back. He is the heart and the soul of this company. Let's go. And Bayne's another one that at least she's coming in. She feels important. She feels powerful. Let her go on a run. Let her start destroying people. Let us believe in her. Rumor is Camille's still in the company. Rumor is Camille might be coming back. That will be an interesting spot. Because the rival with Gunther is a possibility, Cat. That Dragunov could be coming back anytime soon. But him coming back in that spot, I never even thought of that instead of Joe Hendry. Not as fun for me. Stoner Jesus. May the blood be with you, sir. As we go Orange Punch. Out goes Ricochet. OC's going to fucking win this. 2. Can Megan Bayne... Only in dreams, bro. Only in dreams. Definitely gave this match time. It's got a hot minute to go. We're 22 minutes into AEW right now. Can't complain. Can't complain. I refuse to accept that there are two cats in this chat. There can only be one. Well, we got Kitty Cat and Cat. I don't know what to tell you. We got multiples and multiples and multiples. I hope we get Bayne versus Camille. Very possible. Mark Davis wins. We riot. Mark Davis destroying everybody right now. The only difference is Sammy isn't forced on us with the WWE is on. Difference for what? You might context is king on that one, my friend. The thing with Ricochet is if he's supposed to be a heel, why does any dress like a heel? Oh, horrible spine buster by Mark. Yanks OC up, pile driver. Speedball with the save. Good match, folks. Good match. We rolling. Let's go. I think they missed an opportunity, Ricochet, Paul. I think he stole. Oh, wait, 1, 2. 2 count on Speedball. Kick to the chest. Setting it up. Is Bailey going to win? Backflip Meteora. I think that if Nana had turned on Swerve and Ricochet kept wearing the robe and Nana was now the mouthpiece for Ricochet, Ricochet's nuclear heat, good heat, and a strong guy to move up the ranks and to take on baby faces, I think it would have worked. And oh, wait, Ricochet gets the pin, but so did Speedball. Both men are going to go, folks. We're going to get a triple threat. For sure. Shit. Dun, dun, dun. This is awesome. Hopefully I'm okay. What's up, Matty Marijuana? Speedball and Ricochet. Well, I figured somebody had to win a fatal 4-way, and you only get 4 options, MDB. Ricochet is the only good in small doses on the mic. That's why you put him with somebody like Nana. Bum, bum, bum. L ending. Well, again, to me, it's what I have accused Tony Khan of at times is chicken shit booking. He's so afraid to make strong decisions. Like, somebody can lose, but you just set up a triple threat. So it will be Kenny Omega, Ricochet, and Speedball for the international title at Dynasty. Y'all can let me know how you feel about that one. Oh, they're saying it's right call. You good to go. Thank you. I think we're getting a little bit of weather here. Yes, right. Boo. Again, Speedball, you want to look strong coming into the company. Him going one-on-one with Kenny would be great. Ricochet, I mean, he was going after Swerve. That's kind of tapered off as Swerve goes after the champion. So, I don't hate it. I don't love it. And I thought the match was really good. What's the point of a fatal four-way if you walk out with two winners? To me, what I find funny is that the ref gets to be that decision maker. Like that, between the ref and Justin Roberts, we came to the conclusion, both men, like, really, they should have to talk to management. Tony Schiavone come on the mic later and say, hey, talk to Tony Khan due to the controversial finish of the fatal four-way. But when you do it like this, you make the wrestling feel that dreaded F word, right? You make it feel obviously predetermined. We know what the truth is, but to make it feel like, oh yeah, okay, that happened, and you have that answer right there. There's no like, what do we do? Well, we're gonna have to figure it out later. Like, you got to put a little more believability into it. It's simplistic writing. Speed O'Shea. And I'm shocked. OC out the picture. So they bring in Mark to take the pin because you don't want to pin Speedball. You don't want to pin Ricochet, and you don't want to pin your golden boy. So thank you for coming, Mark. Want to know, lame? How you want to know? You called both those guys? How are you want to know? I mean, maybe 0.5. Nobody wants triple threat. I would have liked Ricochet Kenny. I would have liked Speedball Kenny. I think a triple threat's going to be pretty good, but the one-on-one, I think we get too many multi-man matches in both companies, especially the dub. We know Trips loves his trips. Good match, confusing finish. Absolutely. Part of the problem with the finish was Bailey was buried under Davis, and from the camera angle, you didn't know Bailey was there. It just looked like a Ricochet. And then when Bailey flopped over, you're like, oh shit, he was behind Davis the whole time. So yeah, boo. It makes sense. Speed is just in the company and makes Ricochet a heel. To an extent, yes. I mean, again, the one-offs work. I don't necessarily completely disagree with you, Shazam. I think it could have been something else, but I don't hate it. I will give you that. It's not terrible. But I do really think that Nana with Ricochet could have done so much business. At least Old Mate is getting in the main event like he wanted, facing Speedball. There you go. That graphic was quick. That's, again, Richard, there should be confusion. When something unexpected happens, it should feel unexpected. But for you to go, oh, weird, never saw that coming. Oh, it's going to be a triple threat. Here's your graphic. Now we don't believe you. Just little details. That's the picky stuff, right? That's the little details. As we are on a commercial break right now, folks. And again, make sure you get in this chat. I see over triple digits hanging out tonight. I see new names, new faces. I love it. 0.5 out. There you go. That was a waste of our time. Yeah. If nothing else, MDB. But it does seem why not? I'll join. Boo. There you go. Yeah, I don't think it would. Yes and no. See, I'm torn on this one. The match, at least the first 30 minutes of tonight's show, was better than the 30 minutes that started last week's show. Put it that way. As we are back from commercial, we are getting a package on the Her Business. Cena getting booed Monday was like he was in ECW facing RVD. One night stand vibes, I completely agree. And again, I thought Brussels killed him. I thought Brussels was all over him. I thought he delivered one of his best promos of his entire career. And it makes sense. It completely aligns with everything we've been feeling, everything that kind of makes us get to this point. Lame. Dude is making 2000 WCW look epic. Bayne took out Tony Storm, Kris, and Willow Nightingale. That's why I'm predicting a 4-way at Dynasty. Fair enough. Fair enough. That makes sense. Whoever gave you shit for last week's Dynamite are mental for the attempting to defend Dynamite after banging Revolution show. That was part of Wrestle Rants. That was part of my issue. I know some people took exception with me saying you should thank them for just outright saying it was a bad show. There is certain people in the world, as here comes the CEO, by the way. There are people out there that believe or have this belief that if you say anything negative about a show, about a company, about a wrestler, then you're no longer a fan. So if you were to be honest and say, you know what, I love AEW, but last week's show, it was hot garbage. I was bored. I was disappointed. I didn't get what I thought I was going to get. That doesn't make you a bad fan. You're allowed to do that. If you buy if you download, sorry, buy might be the wrong word, but if you download your favorite band's new album and it sucks and you say, oh, this album's shit, does that make you a bad fan? No, probably not. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's this weird take of you're not allowed to be critical. You're not allowed to point out the obvious. And there are some people that have just drank all of the Kool-Aid and that they think everything they get is unbelievable. Like, I'm sorry, OC Hechicero is not a Dynamite main event. It's not. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help your company. It's not doing what you need it to do. It's not moving the needle. More people aren't buying shirts or buying tickets because Hechicero is being utilized. It is mind-numbing for me, but c'est la vie. Bum, bum, bum. Boy, crazy work, but that's just my take on it. And I appreciate the love. But again, I know when I'm going to get some heat and when I'm not. And right now, I'm taking some heat, which I don't mind. I mean, again, it's just my opinion. And other people, I'm allowed to, like what I like. Okay, so I can tell you I didn't like something without being stupid, or my family doesn't have to die. We'll be okay. We'll get through this. It just was a bad week. But up next, folks, I will put this in the chat. Let me know who you are taking. Are you taking Mercedes or are you taking Billie? And why is it Mercedes? Dun, dun, dun. Happy to see Billie pulled into this, at least being used on the main roster. Is there any chance that Billie being involved with Sasha pulls in Athena? That would be wonderful. But I do believe that Sasha Banks is avoiding top-level talent. And I know people are going to tell me I'm wrong, but I think Mercedes, like Harley, got over. Harley is white hot. Fans are cheering for Harley, so we put her over with Hologram. That's bad business. That's bad management. Again, if you own a restaurant and you stumble upon a dessert that is bringing people in the door and people are jazzed for that dessert, you sell that dessert. You don't just put it on the back burner. You don't forget about it. You give the people what they want. And I think Sasha's ego, she goes to Tony and says, I'm going to fight Momo at the pay-per-view. Okay. Doesn't help the company, doesn't sell more tickets, isn't good for business. But hey, let's book Momo on Revolution. What up, the wrestling god? How you doing? How you doing? I miss Keith Lee. Yeah, I hope Keith Lee's doing well. I really do. As we are off and running, folks. They are talking about Athena right now, the most dominant champion in Ring of Honor history. One of the only champions in Ring of Honor that is not allowed to come to the main show. It is a weird thing. Anybody know why we never see Athena up here? Chris Jericho here every week with his title. Half a point. I picked Ricochet. There you go. There you go. Bailey is over, and I'm happy for him. Oh, I'm super happy for him. I think it makes more sense. I actually like the same reasons that I thought Ricochet going to AEW made a lot of sense. I know people out there didn't agree with it. I thought Ricochet to AEW made a lot of sense if booked accordingly, if booked to his potential. I think in WWE hit a bit of a ceiling. I think same thing for Speedball. I think AEW is a good fit for Mike Bailey, Ospreay, Bailey, Kenny, Bailey, Ricochet. There's a lot of Bailey matches that I'm looking forward to seeing on this roster. Super happy for him. I'm happy for all the wrestlers that are employed and have a job and are doing well and are not, have the opportunity to actually be on TV. Perfect Ricochet and Speedball gets half a point. That's it. That's all you get, half a point. Maddie with the $5 super chat. All right, Brain, you don't like me and I don't like you. But let's just do this, and we can get back to killing you with beer. Homer on AEW. Facts, my guy. I like it. Always appreciate a good Homer super chat. I do appreciate that. Mercedes Mone for the win. Cryberry Mercedes. Yeah, I mean, again, how do you guys feel about it? A company hires a guy. Now, the guy might be controversial, but I mean, that's everybody gets the freedom of speech. The company gives him a job, even though they know he's controversial. Is Mercedes being a diva? Is she being a spoiled brat? Is she continuing to flex her ego by getting somebody working an indie show removed? That is crazy. Mercedes did come out first. I don't know why. I believe Sting Squadron versus Dangerous Alliance was the best War Games. Could be. Speaking of that, rumor is that we said there's only one guy that should put Lex into the WWE Hall of Fame. Rumor is they are working on Sting, the Icon, and apparently the ball is in Tony Khan's court. Tony, you don't need money. You don't need gratuity. You don't need a shout out to AEW. Just let Sting do this. If he's obligated to work with you and you have the say, which I don't think he should because he's retired, unless he is still contracted and making money off Tony. It's an interesting one, but that's what's reported. But let it happen. This has to be. This is for Lex. Billie's got Sasha up. The electric chair. She throws punches. What up, Corey? How you doing? Tom, KJ, thoughts on the show so far? I made it now. You know what? We're 38 minutes into the show. Fatal 4-Way was a fun match, whether you like the ending or not. The match was fun. And now we're with Sasha and Billie off to a pretty good start. Yes, she's being a diva. How inflated is your ego and how sensitive can you be? It's actually ridiculous that they did that. I'm disappointed in House of Glory. If the reports are true. Now, remember, a lot of this is online speculation. I don't know what the facts are. But based on what I've seen, based on what I've read, based on what people have come out and said, I think, I'm not condoning him in any way, shape, or form. I got my beef with the digital car guy. I do. But my God, how soft are you? And this is why I say, instead of having a rematch against Harley at Revolution, Harley got shoved away. This is why she only takes on certain people. She goes, she's got 4 belts. She's awesome, KJ. Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, call her whatever the fuck you want. She is not good. She's provided 1 good match. 2, I lied, since signing with AEW. Her promos are cringe. Her attitude is cringe. Her ego is cringe. I think you got better in this company. And I think Sasha and John Moxley are perfect examples of holding AEW back. If you were to move those 2 people out of the picture and put in better champions, the company gets better. The matches are more exciting. But we got to put up with champions like this. We got to put up with Jericho too much. Okada as a champion's been boring as fuck. So I don't know what we're going to do. But they need to put the right people in the right positions. Spaz Phoenix, good to see you. Cheap plug. The pod I'm editing now, we did a bit at the end about pro wrestling and mental health. I hope people come give me a listen. Well, Spaz, thank you for the super chat. Folks, go give my man Spaz some love. And 2 great topics as far as wrestling and mental health. things have been talked about a lot as far as working in the business and mental health, and just, you know, us as fans with our mental health, especially on Wednesday nights. But we are in picture in picture, folks, rolling along. Wrestle Rants. That really threw me off. That Harley's great feud with Sasha. Tony Khan decides to cover her face and stick her in the corner. Tell me I'm wrong. Again, I know the wrestling fans out there that have come after me. Oh, you don't get it. You're dumb, man. You're dumb. Oh, am I? So you tell me why this is happening. You tell me. So if I told you, if I didn't give you the company, if I didn't give you any names, if I said you had wrestler A, wrestler B, wrestler A was the champion, wrestler B got super over, and the fans are cheering every night. They want to see this person. They're excited. They have a match. Champion A, who's a heel, sneaks it out. What would you do at the upcoming pay-per-view? I think most people would say, well, if wrestler B is over and the fans are behind her, you'd have a rematch at the pay-per-view. Now, because you know who, the letters, AEW can do no wrong to certain people. Oh, no, there's nothing wrong with that. Momo makes a lot of sense. What don't you get? She won a tournament. She won a match. It doesn't help the company. Bringing in CMLL, bringing in New Japan talent, it's not helping AEW, who have a lot of talent that they pay sitting on the bench. That could help you. I just got here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you again. Corey, what's up? What's up? I got Ricochet and Max Caster dethroning the Hurt Syndicate. Oh, as a team? We'll see how we would get there. The crowd is behind Billie, as they should be. Did they pick this? Athena never stopped, never showing up on an A or B show with the Ring of Honor belts is a travesty. I'm curious why, Like, I mean, I'm not saying bad or good, but I just don't, we've seen the television champion. We've seen the tag team champions. We see Jericho all the fucking time. Why is Athena like the only Ring of Honor champion we never see? What is it about her that she can't do like something? Are they protecting her? She is going to hold on to that belt to break the record if she hasn't already. I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a mystery. As we are on the top rope, slap from Mercedes, setting it up. Isn't it ironic Y2J is using AEW Goldberg? Is AEW Goldberg. Yeah, a lot ironic. Isn't it ironic? Oh, Starkz counters. Okay. Oh, Johnny, they don't. I got y'all. Yeah, I got y'all. I'm not worried about it. I know when certain things go out, they're not going to be received well. I've said things about WWE and had to, eat some heat for it. It's fine. It happens. But, and again, maybe I'll wait for a commercial to go further into it, but there is a contingent out there that's just, it's baffling. I don't get it. I just worry about the brain capacity of some people, and I still stand by, you should have to do an IQ test to use social media. Like when you go to log in, you got to fill out a fucking quiz. And if you can't pass, you don't get to go on Facebook. You're not meant to share your opinion with the world because it's not going to be good. I think the match that needs to take place is Mercedes versus Toni Storm, or even Athena at Ring of Honor. It would bring great views, or even a Camille, the Brickhouse versus Mercedes. Camille kind of got botched, Johnny. I would have loved Camille Mercedes. Now, Tony said that when Camille comes back, now there was rumors that she wasn't coming back. She refused to comment on it recently. Now Tony's saying she is coming back, but Tony also said if I could book Ricky Starkz, it would be great. So if Camille isn't coming back, it will be one of those times where we look at Tony and say, you lied, and it's weird that you lied. Both women down, and I will say, pretty good match. Thank you, Tom. Mercedes learned to sell. Well, I mean, I think that's a company problem, not a Mercedes problem. But yeah, in my opinion, I don't think that Athena wants to appear on Dynamite or Collision. I don't blame her. We've seen those shows. Corey, and you got a point. I mean, again, I'm assuming that Tony has chosen not to use her. But what if she doesn't want to be used? No, I'm just going to do Ring of Honor until my contract expires. And then I'm going to take all that equity that I built up in Ring of Honor and go back to the guy that used to book me. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know. Too often, I saw a thing today and it made my head hurt. Oh, shotgun drop kick. Nice. 1 second, folks. Ooh. Alabama slamming to the turnbuckle. Billie showing a mean streak. I like it. I want Athena. Let's go. We can hope. They kick out of everything in AEW. Oh, my God. Listen, if that's your style and there's going to be some kickouts, there's two things I want to say about that. One, don't kick out of everything and then lose on nothing. That drives me nuts. Oh, my God. What was that? Sasha's got her foot on the ropes. What was that? She might be dead. Oh, it was a one-winged eight. No, that was just, and they showed a replay. Disastrous landing. Good call. They showed a replay. Oh, stiff. That was, listen, for the people last night that were like, oh, Ricky almost dropped Ridge. Oh, Billie almost dropped Sasha. Starkz has improved. Starkz is only 19, 20. She got lots of growing and learning to do. Billie Starkz on the outside. Ooh, front flip on her back. Foot on the exploding barbed wire to break the pinfall. Oh, okay, back to that. So one, if you're going to get hit with like every big move and then get like beat by a punch, that's stupid. Because we got the crossface and it's over. Billie Starkz taps out. A decent match. Not a bad match. She refuses to let go. The other thing about not selling the finishers is, okay, fine. If you're going to cheer that and you're going to watch a Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing, and not be bothered by all the kickouts, then you don't watch a clip of the other show and shit on them when they do that. Oh, can you believe Punk and Seth? Wait. Mr. Meltzer, put those words back in your mouth, sir. Sorry, KJ, I don't find anything good about this match. It is sloppy as F. Violent Jack, I appreciate your honesty. And again, in the interest of positivity, I thought it was okay. I didn't see a lot because I was talking to y'all. But if you're saying it was sloppy, I know that one-winged angel was sloppy as shit. Almost broke her neck. I thought the match was okay. Anything in Mercedes, Mone, or whatever F her name is in. Yeah, you're not wrong. All right. Remember, the super chats are your way to stand out, folks. Have you seen the graphic going around of all the times WWE is supposedly attacking AEW's pay-per-views? They are scared. Okay, hold that thought. Spaz, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hold that thought because I will address this. I did have a conversation about this today, and I got to let people know something. But we got the Outrunners. Brother Fluff Salisbury, $5. Thank you. A statement with our truth. Talking to Harley's puppet would be a straight up awesome. Let's go. I still want an R-Truth John Cena segment. I almost think that John Cena should beat up R-Truth. Like they bump into each other in the back and you know, R-Truth speaks on behalf of all the heartbroken kids and John just lays them out for even speaking. Great match. My favorite women's wrestler. I know she's your favorite. I know you get mad at me because I'm not very nice to her. But again, Damien, I'm sorry. I just don't see it. As we are going on a bit of a tour with the Outrunners. And again, thank you so much for the super chat. Don't forget, folks, I try and click on as many chats as possible. But your super chat is the way to guarantee you get clicked on. So she took Bailey's first name and Zoe Stark's last name. Just made it with an X. Okay, that's creative. I mean, again, she was like, probably, it might be her real name. I call Mercedes' finishing move the bank statement, the submission. Yeah, I mean, we kind of got away from that. But she calls it, what's she call it now? I think she changed it up. Just the statement, perhaps? Up next, what? Ladies and gentlemen, up next, the world title is on the line. Who the fuck? What? Is this the idea that it could go an hour? No. As 84% of you were right about Mercedes. The other just hate voted. That's not very nice. Who wins? Ladies and gentlemen, up next, Moxley versus Cope in a street fight for the title. Rematch from Revolution. Did not expect it at 10 to the hour. Holy shit, let's go. Street fight up next. Last chat, yes. Okay, so this one real quick. Have you seen the graphic? Listen, is there strategy going into certain things? Yes. I think certain AEW fans out there, I mean this nice as possible. You want to make your favorite company more important than it actually is. The WWE isn't stressed about AEW. I saw people out there saying shit like, oh, they're afraid. One company is packing stadiums. One company is booking 2-night pay-per-views. One company has just gone global with Netflix in a big way. They don't give a fuck. And anybody that's trying to shoehorn AEW into some semblance of a competition, it doesn't make sense, guys. I am sorry, but I don't sit around thinking, oh, this one has to be good or this. No. I tune into the wrestling and watch it specifically. If you're an AEW fan, forget about the WWE. Now, if you want to watch all the wrestling like we do, perfect. You came to the right place. We can all talk about wrestling all day long. No problem. We can talk all the wrestling. But if you have decided that everything one company does, no matter what company it is, if everything one company does is amazing and everything the other company does is complete shit, if you have made that decision, then let it go. That's it. Just move on. Accept it. Ignore it. Spending the amount of time and hours and minutes that you have hate watching something that you can never find the good in makes you dumber than the people you're accusing of being dumb. Period. It is not the same thing. It is not on the same level. If this was a boxing company, AEW is a lightweight and WWE is a fucking heavyweight, a super heavyweight. It is not a fucking thing that you need to compare. Period. Now, with WWE, have they in the past done strategic booking? But remember, they have their calendar. They have their obligations. They have their plans. But this idea that they're afraid, what it sounds like is the AEW tribalists are actually nervous because the truth is people are going to tune in to Saturday Night Main Event instead of paying $50, or people are going to pick one over the other. And right now, your company's losing more of those battles than they are winning. So if you are an absolute diehard AEW fan, be that. But stop shitting on everyone else that isn't that. You shit on TNA fans because that's just Bush League and look how good TNA is doing. You shit on GCW. You shit on WWE. You shit on podcasters. You shit on Hall of Famers. You guys shit on everybody, not realizing that you've all congregated. It's like that crew that all ran off the fucking blue sky and you go there and it's just toxicity. But it's team, it's pack mentality. And they still pop up on Twitter because they got FOMO and can't stay away. Nothing but a bunch of sad, soft, whiny, complainy bitches. And I said this last night. They are not fun. You are not fun people to be around. When things are fun, you're the one in the corner sulking. It's fucking nuts. You need to change your approach. You are miserable to be around. You're not a fun person. You're not cool. We can get along. We all like wrestling. You like wrestling. I like wrestling. We just don't agree with the same shit. That's okay. But my God, you sound so petty, so pathetic, so desperate nonstop. I love the competition. I love the pettiness. I love when Tony does something and everyone freaks out. Can you believe it? Yes, I love it. When Trips does something back, I love it. But this whole thing about, the ignorance, the hypocrisy of you can go one way. Like, we just want everyone to get along as long as you agree with us. That doesn't fly. This is the wrestling utopia. This is the place where you can come and give your opinion. And as long as you can keep your hands above the waist at all times, we'll get along marvelously. But we will get along marvelous, and it will be a good time. But this collection of just toxic people that can't wait, and every segment on a wrestling show is just sucks. This sucks, that sucks, this sucks. What are you doing? Go take a hobby up. Go start knitting. Go fucking play badminton. Go do anything. If you think everything sucks, go watch another thing. You're killing me. You're fucking killing me. But we are back to the action. MJF in the back. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I got 130 with me. I'd love to see 150, but it's going to be a fun rest of this show, as apparently up next is the main event. There you go. Go touch grass. Okay. Kat, appreciate it. Marvelous. I don't know why marvelous will not come out of my mouth after all those other words. Marvelously. We're not unscripted, unbiased, unhinged, uncensored, all the uns. Thank you, Brian. When is Jeff Jarrett going to finish his story? I think that Jeff Jarrett's going to have a match at fucking All In Texas. That will be his match. The fact that you teased it in January and then put him on the shelf till fucking July, weird choice. Just like when you tease Kenny and Okada and then for July. That means everything that happens between now and July is meaningless. Ricochet Speedball versus Kenny at Dynasty, doesn't matter. We're only going. The match is Okada. We know where we're heading. You told us too soon. A large number of them are, but not all of them. It's just, I'm not a happy person. And in order to make me feel good about what I like, I got to make the other shit be bad. It doesn't have to be that way, right? Like, you can like something and I can like something else. I fucking hate pickles. I bet some of y'all in this chat right now love pickles, but I think they're fucking gross. That doesn't mean I hate you. Just enjoy your pickle. Leave me alone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the World Championship. Straight fight. Moxley, Edge, champion coming out first. Covers Mox was so bad at Revolution. The rematch ain't worthy of the main event of Dynamite. What else is booked tonight? Oh, we still got Bayne. So is there a chance that this match runs long? Because you can't come back with Bayne Statlander at the end of this. And if this is this, they're not going to change the world title in the middle of the show, are they? And then come back with Ospreay and AR Fox. Oh, we're fighting in the back. As Moxley's got a suitcase ready to go to work. Yes, folks, if you were just tuning in, we are at the top of the hour. Cope, Moxley cooking. It's early. We're in the back of a truck. Maple Leaf KJ rants are awesome. Thank you. It's just, other than the word marvelous, it all came out very lovely. Fucking love it. So true. Thank you, Violent Jack. I just watched this and see the AEW highlights. That's all you need to do. It was a great episode tonight. AEW. So yeah, I mean, people are still checking out. The WWE on Wednesdays. How's it going? How is it over there? This is what I hate about wrestling. Sometimes they put the effing main event championship matches top of the hour. Not all. If there's something big about to happen, it's not a common occurrence. But maybe this is the perception that this match could go the rest of the show. And you know what? Maybe it should. Just let them go an hour. Fuck it, Paul. Let them go an hour. You're going to come back and go, what, Ospreay, AR Fox in the main event? Yeah, just let these guys go. As Moxley's got Cope. Moxley's got the case. Fight a little. What are you doing? Fight them. And it's going to be emotional. It's going to be fun. It's going to be emotional. I told you, Monday I might get emotional here. Monday we will be live in the afternoon in Glasgow, Scotland. I've dedicated half my arm to Scotland. I mean, it's going to be a fun one. If Joe Hendry shows up, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. That's the moment. Everyone should click on nobody because nobody wins with this match. Oh, now we are doing, Cope is taking over the headlock walk. I would like to see them throw some punches when they're walking. Instead, it just looks like a couple, being cute going down the street. I will not watch this match if it goes an hour. I give it 20 and I'm gone. Who's the main event? So the only two matches announced is Stat and Bayne, AR Fox and Ospreay. In any world, again, this is where I tell people, don't worry about the other company because I'm so sick of the comparables. But if you were going to go, CM Punk, Rollins, Steel Cage at the top of the hour, and the main event is Io Sky and Dakota Kai, people are going to have some shit to say. So don't say anything. We're good. This is good. The first hour of the show has been entertaining. This is off and running. Again, we'll see if it holds up. But I don't know if you can go 25 strong with this. And then just this to me means that Cope is not winning. Do you think The Rock turned his cousin's heel because WWE turned his cousin heel? Damien, he could try. I don't know. Jay's preoccupied. Roman, Roman's got issues. He's been angry. He's been heelish at times. But we'll see. I think The Rock is focused on his work with Cena right now. This has got that one. Haven't seen emotional AEW pay-per-view. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Jack Perry for the win. AEW flopped on the East Coast. WWE TKO UFC headed to Perth, West Australia. There you go. So we are on the outside. Moxley behind Cope with the choke. AW, I will not eat it just because you put it on my plate. Exactly. That's what bothers me at times is, and we talked earlier about another podcaster and me and him had issues because, or at least I had issues with him. He probably doesn't know I was having the issue, but it didn't matter what they did. It was just, this is great. This is great. This is great. And I'm like, I'm not eating this shit. Like, if it's great, I will be here to cheer and love it with all y'all. But if it's not, what am I supposed to do? I can't dumb myself down. I can't make it work. I want it to be marvelous. I did it so I could do it. Let's go. Cole versus Mox. So bad at Revolution. Got that one. They're gross. They're fucking gross. Be patient. Even toilet paper can only handle one butthole at a time. That's a great kind of way to put it, Frankie. Frankie, good to see ya. Yep, Bill Pickle. See, look, pickle lovers. Pickle lovers. WFU stands with KJ against pickles. I got some hills I die on too. So let's go. You ate pickles? Just the KJ. See? I don't like tomatoes. See, I can get behind a tomato. People that eat a tomato straight up blow my mind, but there's nothing wrong with a good tomato on a sandwich. Oh, Moxley trying to get over the railing, decided he went to the wrong one. Cope is waiting. This really does look like two drunk uncles at the cookout. Pickle Rick is the best pickle. Fucking hell. I like green. I love green. And even when I'm on the green, I don't like pickles. Edge attacking Moxley backstage. Yes, we are off and rolling, folks. Let me check what the chat said. 45% Moxley, 26% Cope, 27% nobody. Interesting. Gonna focus on the match and see you afterwards. All right, that's allowed. That's allowed. But remember, just use us instead of their commentary. We're better. KJ, people don't agree with me about putting ketchup on steak. I love ketchup on steak, Johnny. To me, listen, is it ew? No. If I have steak and eggs like a breakfast, okay. But it, to me, ketchup on a steak is, it's not gross. It's insulting to the steak. See, but we can disagree. It's okay. But is a hot dog a sandwich? No. I don't know. There you go. They ruin everything. Fucking mad. I hate when like someone picks the pickle off and they're like, here, and that's all it tastes like is fucking pickle. But Moxley giving the fans some grief. Are we talking about kosher sweet? Look what I did. I should have known better than bring up food with you, bunch. I'm not going to lie, though, Moxley is looking quite shredded these days. Like he's lost a lot of water weight. Touche. I mean, again, I think at times, and we've seen Moxley go through ebbs and flows, and listen, it's hard being in an aesthetic job. I mean, fuck, we all go through weight gains and losses, especially as you get older. And Moxley's looking good. Whatever he's doing, it's working. Maybe he heard some of the criticism and he's trying to be better. But Copeland clearing off the table and they're back. They've played a lot of cat and mouse in the corner. How are we feeling about this right now? Right? No, steak sauce. You got to go steak sauce or a peppercorn, a nice peppercorn. Megan Bayne versus Statlander is listed for tonight's main event. That is baffling. My God. That's almost asking your women to fail. I don't know if people agree with me. Everybody has the right to their opinion. That's exactly it. My job isn't to come on here and convince you guys to think the way I think. I think other people do that. I think we've seen other podcasters block people that don't feel the way they do. We don't do that. If you're willing to have the conversation with us, there's a lot of people in this chat. You guys started by coming in and being like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. We're like, hold now. And we talk it out. You're still here. We might not always agree. We might not always be on the same page, but we're willing to talk it out as long as we can be respectful. And that's the hope of the WFU, folks. As we go to pitcher, Moxley is in control, standing on the table. How are we feeling about this match? Meh. All right. Moxley looks great. I will give him credit where credit is due for sure. Again, I mean, there were times where he was looking, like you said, like he was holding on to a little extra water, looking a little bit thicker. And again, whatever he's doing is definitely working for him. And it's good as he hits a DDT on the table. I'd rather sandpaper the of an angry alligator. I like that. While locked in a phone booth that was set on fire and dropped. This is deep, Jason. In DC-10 into the dry riverbed full of explosives. Then watch this match. There you go. Where is Edge ranked all-time in Canadian wrestlers? Fuck. Top 10 for sure. Maybe. Depends if we go how far, like if we go historically. He's got to be up there. He's had a Hall of Fame career. I'd say he's definitely in the top 10, especially modern. The obvious names of Jericho, Hart. If you want to go into some of the deep cuts. But yeah, he's definitely up there. I don't know if he makes the top 5, but definitely makes top 10. I can't believe that's going to be the main event, 316. Like, I mean, again, if you're going to do that match, then do you come back? Like, I don't mind. You announce a couple matches, and then the main, like the world title causes those matches to get canceled. That works for me. But if you do this match and end the night with Megan Bayne stat, I think you're going to take the air out of the building, and it's going to hurt the ladies. This match is better than the match at Revolution. So far, I'm a little picky about some of the things that Mox does. Like, if you're going to put a guy in a headlock, there's no way you're putting me in a headlock and walking for 3 miles with my head under your arm without me trying to wiggle or fight or something. I'm going to do something. I'm actually enjoying this match. I don't even really know why, but I don't hate it. It's kind of like the theme of the night, Jack, of like, I like it, and I definitely don't hate it. Like Mercedes, Billie, I thought was okay. A couple junky spots, but slip-ups happen. Can't be forgiven for one show and not for the other. I actually thought Mercedes might have got hurt on the Billie Starkz one-winged angel out of the corner, but she got the win. I thought the Fatal 4-Way was a good match. I might not like how it all worked out, but I thought as far as the match goes, I was into it. 957 or A1 by an edge, but A1 for sure. Is this was it the British the British one is HP, right? So I mean that one works. That's my fave. Is this building Mone to win all titles in AEW Ring of Honor? So TK feature. Could you imagine they bring Athena up, take the Ring of Honor belt, give it to her, let her have the world title from Toni Storm, let her have all the belts, let her do all the things. Again, I just think there's better women wrestlers than Mercedes right now. I really do. And I think that's why you see Billie Starkz and Momo, and then she'll go, on a 4-week tour of independence and not really have to defend her belt on AEW. And it just adds to this convoluted, record-breaking, epic run she's having, but it hasn't been epic, hasn't felt epic, hasn't felt impressive. I don't give a fuck what Uncle Dave says. That match at the pay-per-view was not 4 stars. But Cope down with the ladder around his head. Mox taking his time to get up, so he deserves this. And he gets sabooed. One of my favorite spots. PCO is number 1. Let's go. Whose jeans were tighter? British Bulldogs or Cope? Bulldogs. He shoved a lot into those jeans. Pause. KJ will never move Trish off the number 1 spot. That's it. The GOAT. Number 1. The Canadian gem that is Trish Stratus. 150%. The match is okay. It's not bad. Again, it feels like 2 drunk uncles having a bit of a scrap. Nice superplex. Nothing overly, not a fast pace. Very methodical. A little slow. The crowd is kind of making noise. Not ravenous, but okay. Have you mentioned JD? Yeah, a little bit, Spaz. A little bit. Facts. Again, listen, I'll be 100% honest quickly about this. I saw somebody put a clip out the other day of him talking about Momo, and they were like, look at this racist man. There was nothing racist in the clip. And it made me think, holy fuck, if anybody saw what I said about Momo, I'm in big trouble. Not racist at all, people. But people love to peg a narrative, and that R word is detrimental. It cripples so many things of nobody wants to be painted as that type of person. But it's become such a broad stroke. Has he said things that were off color before? 150%. Bad example by whoever put that clip out. Fucking dumb. And again, just like with him, with everything else we do here, we call it the way we see it. Again, it's just a matter of fact. When he's wrong, I'll fight with him. When he's not, I'll happily tell you, nah, you kind of got this one. There you go. Drops Moxley on his face. What do you think about Alexa Bliss pulled from WWE World Appearance during WrestleMania week? There are no plans for her at WrestleMania. We don't know that. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what the goal is. Did she tweak something? We don't know. Again, a lot of people speculate. I saw a thing going around today of I can't believe Triple H pulled and made Omos give up the Noah tag titles to not even use them. Does anybody know that happened? Or then somebody else chimed in. Yeah, that's just like Triple H. He sucks. And wait. We don't know if that truly happened. We made that shit up. We're guessing. So I don't know what's up with Alexa. It's unfortunate she was pulled. I can't, she could still do World if she's not scheduled for something at Mania. But I think there's got to be something it was a big deal that she came back. I can't imagine they're going to do nothing with her. Moxley selling like a battered piece of soggy fish. Well, Mox goes to the outside. The ref and him are talking for a second. And now Mox has a table. The crowd is pretty quiet. My friend from Australia introduced me to brown gravy on a perfect cooked steak. There's options, Corey. Yeah, you can make that kind of work. I like a good peppercorn gravy. Trish is the GOAT. She had Lil Kim as her. Let's go. 2 goats. Hashtag ravenous. Moxley is setting up a table. The crowd's kind of murmuring again. Slow, clunky, not very well organized, I would be honest. This is definitely a match worthy of the 90s ECW spot show main event. Maybe not. It doesn't feel as exciting as ECW, my guy. Better than in Revolution, but just okay. It's just not it. Moxley is not it. Moxley is not the guy. What happened to Anna Jay? Yeah, again, another example. She got hot. They pushed her aside. I don't get it. Your job as a booker is to get to. Oh, he's swinging it. And Moxley's not bleeding yet, which is blowing my mind. Oh, suplex on the spike. Oh, my God. Suplex on the spikes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Is he okay? Good grief. It really is. Moxley just, what is the name of the fucking 2x4? Yeah, why was the ref doing? It's a street fight and the ref's helping out. That looks bad, bro. Like, how do you fake that? Yeah, no, I get it. Yuta! And here we go with the overbooking. Spike! Duh. Fucking hell, KJ. Janice! Was it Janice? I watched Moxley take a back bump, roll out of the ring, and blade one time. Oh, we've seen it a lot of times, though, Boston. It's been bad. You know, recently, and as they're trying, they did it. They pried it out of his back. Cope's got Yuta! Yuta through a table. Fucking Yuta. So this is where certain fans are going to go, best match ever. They killed. We love AEW. Thank you, TK. And some fans are going to go, what the fuck? That's just how this is. We don't have to hate each other while we do that, but that's how it is. As Cesaro, Pac is back. So all the Death Riders are here. Who helps Cope? Where's FTR? Moxley back is bleeding. Whoop. Abyss introduced us to Janice. That's what I was thinking. Thank you. So now everybody is just laying waste to Cope. Someone came into our chat, the Bloodline Entertainment, saying they put cheese on Oreo. I had to try it, cheese Oreo. It's not bad. That sounds fucking awful. Awful. No, I love me an Oreo. Keep cheese away from my Oreo. Yeah, Yuta, one of the best booked people in AEW. That looked effing gnarly, and it stuck. It absolutely stuck. There's FTR. So FTR, who were working with Danny for the last couple weeks, this is where we get a little complicated in the booking. But FTR's here. His skin was, that was gnarly. FTR said, who's going to go? Pile driver! Pac and Dax go out. Where the fuck is... Yeah, where's Jay White? Jay White's the X Factor. Peanut butter and Greek yogurt. More possible than Oreos and cheese. Get the fuck up. This is garbage. It's messy. Spear through the table. He who sets it up must go through it. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I don't think I could go there. No. Avid cookie lover. Like if I had to pick, cookie is my treat, my dessert, some form of cookie. But my God, I do not want cheese with my cookie. I understand the overbooking. This makes no sense. But in a way, isn't this kind of what every faction does? Yeah, I mean, again, if you're a heel fact, are we going to get Beth? Or are we going to get Willow? As Shafir, there's Willow. Willow's got Shafir. If you're a heel and you're the leader of a faction, your faction should help you out. So I got no problem with it. It's just become chaos. And the actual match itself has been a little clunky, but overall, Willow takes out Shafir. Shafir fucks nobody up. Except the fucking Dark Order. Yes, we finally got him going. We're at a fever pitch. There's Kip. There's Nick. Down goes Cope. If this how it ends, y'all tell me how you feel about this ending. because nobody gives a fuck about Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. If this is how this ends, the crowd's going to be bothered. Edge kicks out. Oh, because he's got my girl Willow rocking the Chuck Taylors. Willow looking good, ready to go. And another choke out spot. Another not tap out, choke out. And the crowd is just not happy. Christian didn't even show up. There's like 4 people standing right now. This is not a good result. Christian isn't even there. One of the greatest spots in AEW history. For reals? For reals? Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm looking for something out of my wrestling that I don't get it. Is that sarcasm? So we have 40 minutes left on the fucking clock. And now what are we going to do? The ending was awful. Edge passes out again. This thing in AEW that you can't just be pinned, that you can't tap out, you must be like knocked out. I don't get it, but it was a terrible ending. The most exciting part of that match is when you brought other people in to do cool shit. The opening of the match was sloppy, clunky, slow, and then chaos. That back bump into the spike, that's crazy shit. But the crowd is not happy with this ending. Yeah, Christian's group had no, and the last we saw Christian's group, they were fighting with each other. Jay White didn't even show up. No Jay White. So Jay White says at Revolution, I got your back. 2 weeks later, who? Cope? Who? Where'd he go? What's he doing? Oh, what's the point, Tony? Is FTR going to turn on Edge now? What happens? What do we do here? And this is where I think I get frustrated. Because conceptually, we got a lot of good things happening, but delivery ends up being kind of weak. So Copeland trying to get to his feet. This was bad. And why wouldn't it be the main event? I don't understand how we are going to. Oh, wait a minute. Dax walking out on Edge. Why? Now Dax and Wheeler are arguing? Why? 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 I don't understand. Ending was terrible. No swerve, no Jay White. And we milked the ending of this. Copeland obviously struggling. Again, people are going to say because of a table spot and because of a backdrop on the spikes, the match was amazing. And it wasn't. It wasn't. It's smoke and mirrors. And some people are simplistic enough to fall for it. Whew. And it's not because Moxley won. It's literally because it was a bad ending. Wait, they somehow made the ending to this worse, to this match worse than the pay-per-view. They did. Yeah. This match was unnecessary. And now, Cope, it's like his retirement match. They're all cheering. He's waving goodbye. Can we move on with the show? You guys don't have our pre-tape we can go to? I don't get it. I don't get it, folks. What do you think? What do you think? And we're going to follow this up with Megan Bayne and Stat. Tony should apologize to the women for booking them in that spot. And then we have AR Fox, Will Ospreay. Who the fuck is booking these matches? Cope should have won. If Cope was going to win, Cope should have done it on the pay-per-view. I lied. Will Ospreay, AR Fox is next. Holy shit. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go to a commercial break. I'm going to put up a poll as up next. What a weird show. But we are getting AR Fox taking on Will Ospreay. We are getting Megan Bayne Statlander main event. Ooh. Oof. I mean, I hope they kill it. I hope they fucking kill it. But I don't know where the fans are going to be at when we get there for that. I don't know. I really don't know what we're thinking. But the poll is up. I will take a second to remind everybody who's watching right now, as we got over 150 people with us. Tomorrow, 8 p.m., we are live. Myself, Big Nick, Anthony. We go one-on-one as we go into Wing of the Ring. Nick is our defending champion. I want my crown back. Anthony wants his crown back. And we're going to go to war. It is the WrestleMania edition of the Wing Show. We dive into WrestleMania trivia. If you don't get it right, or you get it, if you don't get it right, or your opponent gets it before you do, then you're eating some hot wings. They get hotter as we go, and we're going up to over 600,000 Scoville on this one. So, folks, strap in, strap on. It's going to be a fun Thursday night here on the channel. And then do not forget, Friday, 2:45 p.m., we go live. SmackDown. Roman will be in the house. Seth's going to be in the house. Punk will be there. Plus, we got a lot of other things to settle on SmackDown. We will be live in the afternoon for this one. And this weekend, Sunday, we are going live members only. We just did a members only a few weeks ago. We're coming back at it. So stay tuned for that one. If you're not a member yet, become a member. The member only streams are fun. Uncensored chat with the hosts, Q&A. You get to call the shots. We'll sit around, talk about wrestling and everything else in life. But Sunday, members only. Then we got another crazy week of wrestling. We're bringing back TNA on Thursday. Be here for that. Support those TNA streams. And then, of course, Mania is on its way. We're covering Bloodsport that week. We got Stand and Deliver that week. We have Dynasty coming up. We got so much coming your way. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Watching these numbers and looking at our small little channel, only 3 years old as of a couple weeks ago, with over 100 people in the chat, blowing up big accounts. So we love seeing it. We appreciate the love. Anywhere you talk about wrestling, let them know about the Wrestling for Life Network, as it is the best time you can have watching wrestling. What else? What else is going on in the wrestling world? How's the chat feeling? Yo, I cannot believe, after everything we've got tonight, when we're getting 2 women's matches and 1 in the main event. So I got to give Tony some love for that. Oh my God, this is a mess. I need more vitamins. Yeah, no shit. Moxley going to need some vitamins. Dax leaving. No. Well, like, I don't get it. FTR turning heel. No, they're turning on each other. But maybe heel, and does FTR go heel against the Hurt Business? Maybe. That's some good money right there. As we are getting a replay of Jericho beating up Gravity and Bandito. Again, nobody gives a fuck. Put this on Ring of Honor. Please put this on Ring of Honor. Why is this not on Ring of Honor? He's the Ring of Honor champ. He's not the Dynamite champ. He's not the AEW champ. We don't need this. Athena doesn't do promos and segments on AEW. Jericho shouldn't have to. But we are in the back with Bandito. Is this the first time we've seen Renee tonight? FTR turns on Cope. Why? They ending FTR? Why? FTR failed to help Cope, and now FTR is mad at themselves? Why? Like, what have we done? Why FTR? Why? FTR turning heel? Why? This makes no sense. Yeah. The backdrop into spikes is going to haunt my nightmares. That looked atrocious. It looked horrible. I don't know how you do that and think, okay, if I land on it, I know it's not going to go too deep. It looked, ouch. Like, I mean, it didn't look fun at all. The end of FTR. Why? That match with Pickles. Exactly. And not the good way. Uncle Dave will say because of the weather, Tony had to change the ending. Yeah. No. Now, Johnny Morrison. Holy fuck. So Bandito's having an issue with Jericho. Renee asks him about that issue, and Johnny TV shows up to, I guess, pick a fight with Bandito, which I would rather see Bandito versus Johnny than Bandito versus Jericho. This Bandito-Jericho thing is not it. It doesn't work. It's not good. I don't give a fuck that he beat up Gravity. I don't care. Cry about it, baby. Who? Me? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? You're not talking to me like that. Yeah. Who? Show your work. That match could have been a 5-star classic, but if they break FTR up as a result, I'm going to be pissed. I just don't get it. I don't see where it's coming from. I don't know what we're going to do. They're trying to give Edge a standing ovation, but for real, why? You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, I mean, it was weird. It was like the way a show should end. Like, the bad guy found a way to win. The crowd gives a standing O to the good guy that failed. And we go home. You don't have 40 more minutes after a world title. I get it. Well, if we book it, then I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm trying. TK booking. Why does it feel like Edge is done? I don't know. Maybe he's just done with Moxley. Like, now that was Edge's last attempt at Mox, and now Mox moves on to Swerve. Wouldn't shock me, but now Edge goes after Christian? I guess. I'm so glad they had to deal with something while that match was on. So Copeland broke up FTR. Why? I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it is. To quote Kermit the Frog, where the hell was that about? What the hell was that about? As Will Ospreay's in the ring. I have it, 88%. Wow. 90% are taking Ospreay. 10% are taking none. 0 are taking AR Fox. That is amazing. I don't know if we've ever had a shutout with nobody having 10%. That's crazy. Is FTR's contract? No, they signed a 3-year contract last year, I believe. Remember when they were teasing and Dax went and got a podcast and started pretending like he was thinking about going to WWE, and then he milked the money mark for all the money he could get, and then they sat at home and did nothing since they signed that contract? Do y'all remember that? Yeah. So they're going to be collecting that Tony Khan money for a hot minute before they're done. Messy, terrible ending. Cope should have won. Cope can't win there, man. And the problem you have with Moxley, it depends what Tony's thought is. As far as I'm concerned, if Moxley loses, Death Riders are dead. They need to go away. And they probably need to anyway. But Tony has to be willing to make that choice. But here comes AR Fox. So we follow up a world title street fight with who gives a fuck Ospreay AR Fox match. I don't get it. I don't get it. You're giving me my fucking, you're giving me my appetizer after my main course. Because she wants to, Tony. I don't think there was an issue with that. That thing looks like a giant statistic toothbrush. It really does. It's fucked up. So Ospreay, AR Fox, a little bit of respect. I like it. What about Vince? That was fun, mess, but horrible ending. I thought there was big chunks, though, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. I felt like big chunks of that match were super slow. Like, not exciting. At least I know to put Ospreay as a main event now. At least they know. No, they don't know. That's not true. That's fake news. Am I crazy? Why not do the boring match with the Christian BS on TV than the street fight on pay-per-view? Still bad, but feels backwards. The show is butt. Listen, Spaz, I agree with a lot of what you just said. Some of it doesn't make sense. And this is where I truly believe that the booker and the creative team are hurting AEW more than anything else in this company. The talent show up and show out. The guys are trying their hardest. The people that are booking their shit or giving them the creative freedom to book their shit are not doing well. But Ospreay stops for a second, favoring his back. Now, there's Ospreay, does a promo last week about jumping off the steel cage, being so beat up, so sore. We don't need him versus AR Fox tonight. Why is this happening, TK? It's weird. It's confusing. I'm going to lose it if Ospreay gets worked by AR Fox. Yeah, this is going to go, based on my clock, this is going to go at least 10 solid. We're going to go through a commercial. AR Fox is going to work him pretty good. I think Ospreay beats Mox. When, though? That's the question. Like, so Ospreay wins the Owen Hart, goes on to, so we got till July. How do you guys feel about the idea that Moxley is the world champion from now until July? Let's say Ospreay finally beats Mox, but it's at All In, because that's what they're teasing. They keep acting like there's no other shows between now and All In. I don't get it. Right? I don't care who fights fucking Kenny Omega at Dynasty, because Kenny's going to fight Okada belt for belt probably in Texas. I think Dax pod was like 2 or so years ago. Yeah, it was like 2023. They finally signed it. Once they signed, then he stopped doing it. So they became a company man all over again. So 3-year deal. I think they got 1 more year left. So 2026. This should be a 3-minute match. It won't be. FTR re-signed 3 years. Thank you. Holy. It happens, man. It happens. I go from super deep to super high. I don't know what. I can't tell you. It's not planned or practiced. I think Dax. Yeah. What happened to all the people that was trying to save AEW from the Death Riders? They're gone. They forgot. And now most of them were fucking, jobbers anyway. Nobody gives a shit about the Death Order or why we even have them. But yeah, this is the inconsistency in the booking. This is the inconsistency in the writing. This is why at times the show lacks kind of a cohesive flow, because they need somebody to write the show. But you have everybody in charge of their own segments. And I'm just really kind of surprised right now. Like, anyone else feel like we can go home? Like, we're good. Like, the everything they were supposed to do on Dynamite tonight is done. That the next 2 matches are irrelevant. Am I the only one that feels that way? That we just got our main event and now we're just wasting time? It's crazy. Didn't FTR say their last contract is their last? I mean, again, they said a lot of things, and I don't believe them. And as long as they can continue to get the money off the money mark, I think they're going to get the money off the money mark. Tomorrow's Assassin's Creed Shadows finally released. Let's go, Ronan. Johnny TV is here. Don't know why. I think Ospreay beats Mox. That could be the thing. Ospreay, the face of the company, the heart and soul of the company, the guy that deserves a rocket strapped to his back. But hey, who am I? Who cares? Nobody is the answer to that. So Cash is in a feud with Dax, potentially. And remember, the only matches, either of them ever win is Wheeler goes over Dax. Never goes the other way. Era Fox looks like Cobra Kai antagonist. In order for Ospreay to win to be in the title picture, you got to get him away from Cyrus the Virus. 100%. Kenny and Ospreay need to get miles away from Don Callis. Swing down to the I already turned off AEW after the Code match. See, I'm wondering how many people will do that. How many other people out there go, oh, okay, wait a minute. You did a street fight. It's over. And based on how you did that street fight, it could have been the main event. It really could have. I don't know why they went and put it at the top of the hour. And again, to follow it up with I don't give a fuck. This feels like a Saturday Superstars fucking old school match where, it's the known guy against the not known guy. And it's just to make the known guy look good. It's a throwaway match. It is Sunday Night Heat. It is Thursday Night Thunder. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Mr. Noob, Tony Books with blinders on. It's always been the emo Peter Pan to beat Mox once Everest is done. Well, again, when we talked about this with Mina and Tony Storm and Mariah May, when you sit down to plan out what you're going to book, you have to be aware of what's going to happen. If Tony Khan was going to give Darby permission, per se, to go off and do this Everest bullshit, then you shouldn't have had Darby running into his car and causing a fight, because now as fans, we're looking for you to follow up on Darby, and Darby's gone. Now when Darby comes back, we got to, oh shit, yeah, Darby was mad once upon a time. But he was so mad, he went and climbed a fucking mountain. It's just, it's not there's a lack of foresight. It's booking week to week. It's booking. And I know a lot of people out there, I mean, when we talk about the other company and they think this or they think that, but not realizing so much of what they're doing is so planned out, so known ahead of time, but everybody doesn't get it. I heard Jericho was a flat earther because he beat up Gravity. It wouldn't shock me at this point. Wow, deep two. AR almost gets the pin. So this match isn't the main event. No. So after this match, we will get Statlander versus Megan Bayne. And Statlander's been a mid-card lady at best, flirted with like Willow and Bibbins. Oh, what was that? It's over. 20 minutes on the clock. 20 minutes left of the show, not 20 minutes on the match. But Will Ospreay gets the win. Yeah, so no, I mean, I think, and Megan Bayne's only been in the company for a couple of weeks. I think it's a really tough spot to put them in. Unless you have something big planned, which I don't anticipate. I want the women to do well. And people are going to go, well, why are you hating on him? He's actually putting the women in the main event. I've criticized Tony's treatment of the women and the women's division. So great, they're getting a main event. But if they're following a fucking street fight and an ostrich, good luck. Death order. That's what I'm calling them. I don't care. Statlander versus Bayne is the main event. Is Darby Allin even alive? Like, we've heard nothing. I don't know. Has anybody follow Darby on like social? Is he posting selfies from the mountain? I have no idea, Misfit. I have no clue. So when he just pops the fuck back up, it's going to be odd. As we are getting the graphic, Sunday, April 6th. I think it's supposed to be a 5. No, April 6th. They were right. But Will Ospreay walking on out. That's interesting. Yay. As now we are going to a package for Dynasty. Is Darby getting paid to climb the mountain? Yes. Darby's getting paid to climb the mountain. A bunch of wrestlers are getting paid to sit at home and do nothing. Some of them are getting paid to hit the vitamins. Some of them are getting paid to get a divorce and then get married again. Some of them are getting paid for vacations. Tony Khan is, listen, to the man's credit, he is like a fucking, like, you know, Santa Claus, because he's just fucking giving gifts to everybody. And it's crazy. What's worse, the spike spot from tonight or the skewer spot? What skewer spot? Any skewer spot? The spike one was hard because when you come down on the spikes, like, I understand when you put the skewers in someone's head and you whack them, there's a level of control to it. You're breaking the skin, but you're not jamming it into the brain. As I got Adam Page. But that spike spot, when you're coming down, gravity is the only thing in control. And not the wrestler. Sorry, Jericho. But you literally have that opportunity to, like, you have nothing to brace that fall. Like, I don't know how you don't. How do you, like, if I fell on it, I'd impale myself. So how do you temper it? I don't know how you. It's a real risk doing that spot. Statlander versus Bayne is the main event. Yes, it is. And that's the only match we have left on the docket. Right now, I have Hangman Page in the back. And he is going to be in the Owen Hart Foundation Cup. So, I mean, again, if nothing else, the Owen Hart is shaping up to be a big tournament with big names this time. I will give them some credit. You got Ospreay. You got Page now in it. As they are giving us a commercial for Slam Dunk Saturday. So for those who don't know, Collision will be split up. 1 hour on Saturday, 1 hour on Sunday, both after NCAA March Madness. As Julia Hart's fighting. Wait, why is Julia over there? Now we're getting a package for Julia. And Emanata. What the fuck are we doing? Okay, I'm so fucking baffled by this man. But yeah, so Saturday and Sunday, there are Collision shows. Splitting it up. We're not going to cover them. We're literally going to do a members only stream instead. And then next weekend, the Hope, stay tuned. We might have a surprise. I'll save that news for tomorrow or the next day. But a week Sunday, we're looking to bring you some original content that you haven't seen in a while. Is Darby getting paid to climb? Yeah, I think he is. Another choreographed match by Ospreay. It wasn't bad, though. Stat, Bayne, or nobody. Who you taking, folks? Who is going to win this main event? I'm shocked with this main event. And again, let me ask you this. If Mercedes Moné is such a star, why couldn't she have the main event spot tonight? Because we know the truth. As we are getting a run through right now, we're just killing time on AEW. We've literally effectively killed almost 10 minutes now with pre-tapes, interviews, and graphics. And everybody accuses the other company of doing that shit too much. Funny, funny, funny. And Timeless Tony on commentary. So that's good. That's good. That's good. At least the women's main title is prevalent. Quick Ospreay match. Quickish. We are getting that 8-minute Tony Khan overrun at least, right? We'll get a commercial at the top of the hour. That's something I took shit for, was being mad about. I can't believe this guy's complaining about an overrun. I'm not complaining about an overrun. I like an overrun. I like a good overrun. But if you're going to put in, a fucking commercial and a backslide in the overrun, don't do the overrun. Just get us out. Get us out before that's needed. That was my point, is why at the top of the hour, when anybody that knows anything about media, TV, anything, fucking everybody kind of has the idea. Top of the hour, people are looking for something to click through. So you click to TN or TBS or TNT or whatever the fuck one it's on tonight, and there's a commercial. So you keep clicking. Why would you be on commercial at the top of the hour? It's KJ, are the Young Bucks ever going to come back? Or are they finally seeing how horrible Tony Khan's booking is and has decided to grab a pair and say, F you, Tony? The Young Bucks are a part of the Tony Khan Welfare Society. As I talked about earlier tonight, Larry, there is a large collection of human beings that have taken money from Tony Khan, and they are happy to stay at home, hang out with their families. Good for them. That they should. But they have milked this money mark for just about every penny. And a lot of them have given very little back. And that's, I don't know when the Bucks are coming back. Where would you put them? They can't come back and go after the Hurt Business. They're chicken shit, and it would look stupid. And the Hurt Business have to go over, so they don't want that. That's why they fucking played games as it was. Young Bucks are bad for business for AEW. And I know some people won't agree with that. Moxley, Young Bucks, the people really close to Tony Khan are hurting AEW. There just are. You have really good talent. You don't need the Bucks unless the Bucks are going to be a part of the solution. One of the things I'll never forget is the Bucks at the opening press conference when they were standing up there announcing AEW and what their plans were. And the Young Bucks said, we are going to have the best tag team division in the world. The Lucha Bros came out. We got jazzed about that. The early Dynamites. Go back and watch early Dynamites. 2 or 3 good tag team matches almost every show. And then it went away. It dissipated. Egos and attitudes and insecurities and the softness, this marshmallow, baby poo soft ego of some of these guys just completely disintegrated a lot of what was good about the show. So if the Bucks want to come back, be that. Be the team that's going to go in and, all right, let's revamp the tag team division. Let's have good tag team wrestling again in AEW because it's absent. And we're back with Renee again. So we didn't see Renee like all night. Now we've seen her 4 times in 10 minutes. So it looked like the women were going to get like a 15-minute main event. And some people showed up on Monday. Can't believe they're getting such little time. We are now at 9:49. We've effectively killed 12 to 15 minutes of this show on nothing. So who trained her? Who mentored her? So is this Mercedes going after Athena? And Mercedes continues to be cringe every time she speaks. They should give Mercedes a heater. We need to find Mercedes a heater because she sucks. Air was trained by Mr. Hughes. Yes, he was. The fans need to learn when a chain is necessary. This is awesome. Is that match? Come on. Chair, maybe rephrase and help me understand. Quit the hogs after the match. As here comes Timeless Tony. First match was only half point since Ricochet and Speedball won. Facts. Darby got shanghaied by a Sherpa in Kathmandu. All right. I'm sure you just made me say things I shouldn't. Ospreay probably gets Dynasty off. I don't know. If you're gonna give him Dynasty off, why not give him tonight off though, Richard? Like, if Ospreay is banged up, if Ospreay's bruised from jumping off a cage and he does a promo about it, maybe he doesn't fight in a nothing fight on a Wednesday. Maybe. But here comes Megan Bayne. FTR going to have a razor and shaving cream on a pole match. Facts. I don't disagree. She sells seashells by the seashore. Holy, let's smoke some smoke some vitamins up in this house. Go away, Sasha. Yeah, it's bad. She is the Chris Jericho of the women's division. This match is going to be 10 minutes. At most now, it's going to be 7 plus overrun. Athena is coming. Let's go. So Athena finally comes up to the main show, gets a match, and Mercedes takes the belt from her. So Mercedes can have another belt. Shouldn't a wrestling match. Again, we've effectively done nothing for almost 15 minutes. Mercedes is teasing Athena. She definitely is. Mercedes back. Yeah, that's not good. Stop by to say hi. Appreciate the love, sir. You know you're wrestling. Welcome. Thank you. And go give our friends some love as well, folks. Why is Harley Cameron only given squash matches? Again, I believe it's because of egos. I believe it's to protect Sasha Banks. Because if you put Sasha in there, you're going to have that online who just people really want Harley. And what Tony's missing out is on the money that Harley can make on merch, the money that people will pay tickets if you continue this race. Like, Harley doesn't have to have the belt right away, but have Harley chasing the belt. But we had to have a Momo match. Are you fucking kidding me? As we are off and running, Bayne clapping Statlander. What's the chat say? 65 going Bayne, 25 going Stat, 13 going as it's fluctuating, but that's the gist of it. So Megan Bayne, the favorite in this one, according to the chat. But I do appreciate you stopping by, sir. Someone should just come. I didn't want to click that one. Nah, come on. No Ronin Young Bucks already lost those titles. Yep, they did. Some people just don't appreciate your fine sense of humor, sir. Some days. She's earned my respect, says Tony. Big kick from Stat as we roll to the outside. I do believe that's forward with Bayne. Backflip by Stat. She got that one. Yeah, I mean, again, it feels like we're teasing that. That's interesting. Does Athena lose the belt before making that decision? But it definitely feels like Mercedes is teasing, who trained that girl? Who mentored that girl? What are they thinking? So, and trust me, I just did better acting than Mercedes did delivering the same lines. These girls might have a chance with some time. I mean, again, if you let them cook, but we're up against it, folks. And it feels like they did the street fight and they didn't know what else to do tonight. 5-star match. Let's go. Ronin, they were only champions for 37 days before losing to Naito and Hiromu LOL. Yeah, they didn't have the belts long. Tony Logic, new toy gets the win. Oh, yeah. I'm taking Megan Bayne all the way. But I don't think Megan Bayne should lose, even though Stat could probably use a win. Why is this crowd quiet? Because they're dead. Bad booking. That's why they've gone quiet. Richard, I mean, again, one of the things that happens a lot in AEW is they go quiet for the women's matches, which I don't get. And then they'll go online and say it was like the best women match ever. We have the best women ever. Our women are the best. Oh my God. Again, you went from a street fight with chaos and run-ins and spikes and tables to an Ospreay match, and then you follow it with Megan Bayne, who's barely been in this company for a cup of tea, and Stat, who's been floating around in the abyss of nothingness for a long time. You don't understand your audience. You don't understand proper booking. Therefore, you kind of put the women in a lose-lose position. There's the women can give us the best match of their night tonight. The crowd is already checked out. Some people have changed the channel. Some people have given up. Some people in the building have probably already on their way out to the car. It's just the way it is. Camille Jade tag team. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Who goes over? Daniel Garcia, Adam Cole, Saturday on Collision. Can I say I don't give a shit? Garcia probably wins this time. If Kris Statlander wins tonight, it'll be her 100th win, making her the woman to that feat, unless another woman already accomplished it. I wouldn't know if any other woman's won 100. So Penelope up on the apron. Who goes, got that one. Camille tag team, maybe one day. But now, again, mixed messages. We don't know what's up with Camille. Athena as a heel. Could we see a team up between her and Mercedes? Brian, Tony Khan went to the Meltzer School of Booking, and apparently heels and baby faces don't matter. So, yeah, I could see them just fighting. Them working together with Athena's attitude that she's developed over the last couple of years and Mercedes' current attitude, yeah, they could be extremely fucking annoying and extremely heelish together. Maybe they shouldn't have the follow-up to the title match. They set them up to... Yeah, I agree. I feel like you put the women in a bad spot tonight. And here we are again. It is 9:57 p.m. We're in picture-in-picture. To me, I don't like it. I don't like when the Fed does it. People bitch all the time about the Fed's commercials. I don't like being in commercial at the top of the hour. It is, to me, counterintuitive. With Mercedes calls herself the belt collector, Kenny will challenge her. Let's go. Kenny versus Mercedes. Tony just breaks down weeping because he can't pick a winner. We are very sophisticated bunch here. We like our red wine with ice. La-di-da. Because AEW, I mean, okay. What? Got that one. Keep it coming, folks. Keep it coming. We're almost at the exit. What is Megasus? What is this? What? I know there's a joke going over my head right now, but we're good. I'm very sophisticated. There you go. You're very sophisticated. That's cool. But in picture, Bayne, Stat with the blue thunder bomb. Here comes an overrun going into 3 hours. Yeah, here we go again. I love Richard Pryor movie making. Listen, Richard Pryor is one of the GOATs. And Hear No Evil, See No Evil, one of the best movies ever made. I absolutely fucking adore that movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor were magic together. They were ebony and ivory, and it fucking worked. They played into all the shit. Richard Pryor, a GOAT, and that, if you've never seen that, for especially the young folks out there, go look up Hear No Evil, See No Evil, Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder. The movie kills me every time I watch it, no matter how many times I've seen it. Tonight was a little better than last week, brutal booking. Tonight was a little bit better than last week, for sure. You guys remember, by this time last week, I was losing my fucking mind. Tonight, again, it was that thing of, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it was exciting. It's not great pro wrestling, but it's not terribly boring. There are some stuff that suck. Moxley still sucks, but ultimately, and again, the weird booking, a world title street fight, a pay-per-view rematch at the top of the hour, and then you follow it up with two matches. Like two, we're not that invested in matches. If you're going to have that match in the middle of the show, you better have something big, right? How do people dare tune into other shows and say, I can't believe this is the main event? Last week was OC Hichichero. This week, Stat and Bayne. I love these women, but I'm sorry. Oh. The axe kick. I almost thought he said ass kick, but I'll take both. 100. Let's go. I like my red wine in a bag. A bag. Not even a box. A box of wine would be better. Richard Pryor on the train on See No Evil will not fly today on screen. It's the best. I'm not white. Nobody told me. Back again. Richard Pryor, great example of being able to laugh and make fun of the obvious, and a classic. Oh, we're doing the sit down slap spot again. Guys, this shit has to stop. It is not good. I'm blind. Do you feel stupid right now? I love that movie. This was better than Ricochet and Shibata, though. And it actually woke the crowd up. Harlem Night is a top 5. Absolutely. What's the one where they go to jail? That one fucking kills me too. Penelope getting chucked. Not the first time, but she is getting chucked. Oh, wait, she missed. Nice move by Stat with the kick. Pump kick from Megan. Head kick from Stat. Oh, Stat up. Bayne down. Oh, Michinoku. 2. And this match picks up in a hurry. The best line in that movie. Makes me laugh every time. You just made me laugh when I read it. Where'd it go? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman? Every time that gets me. Tony Storm is killing it. Tony Storm is the best they have. Not male, not female, just period. Tony Storm might be the best they have as far as being a professional wrestler. Stat no sells, fires up, suplex. Bayne no sells, fires up. You must be Harvey Wallbanger. Hear no evil, see no evil is one of a kind. AW love the sit down slaps. It's so bad. It is so fucking bad. And again, somebody, but you don't get it. It's the New Japan style. No, I'm not there. And it's stupid. It's bad. I don't give a fuck. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. Oh. Now I'm gonna have to watch that when I get off tonight. Pryor, John Candy, 2 gems. I don't know if you're asking me to pick 2 different guys. Pryor, completely different. Candy, an absolute gem. Tony Khan's gonna book Darby tag teaming with the Yeti. It makes sense. Maybe that's the whole thing. Is Darby comes back from Everest with like a cast of characters, like the Yeti, Nosferatu. He's got like the Mountain Gang. Was he or wasn't he a woman? This match started slow, picked up, got better, and then it got slow again. So now we are 4 minutes into the overrun, and we picked up the crowd. And once you have that crowd with you, eating out of your hands, you ride it out, right? Like, so once you have all that energy, and the crowd's like, yeah, that's your go home. You now have to get out. They came out over their peak and went back down, and the crowd's quiet again. And now we're outside the ring again. They shouldn't be outside the ring. We just saw a street fight and a bunch of other shit happen outside of rings. As we, for no reason, throw Stat into Tony. I'm predicting Darby wins the world title, not Swerve. I don't know if that works. And again, I think Darby going away hurts Darby. We will see how people are when he returns. But again, on one company, you have Gunther. You have Cody Rhodes. On another company, you have Joe Hendry. This company, you're going to have Darby Allin. I love Darbs. I just don't know. He's, I don't know if he's that guy. F5. During commercial break, it was better when Tony Storm let loose. And Megan Bayne gets the W. Good match. The crowd making some noise. Up and down, Rants. And I agree. They picked them up. The thing was they should have got out. They should have ran to the door with the crowd on that energy. But again, a heel win to kind of end the night, which is fine. Dana Carvey, Randy Quaid, King Kong Bundy. All have made appearances on Married with Children. Tony Storm's not happy. Stacy Dad. Megan wins again. Poor Stat, though. I know. But we got to fight. Bayne. Tony throwing. Okay. Your promotion is in trouble when people would rather talk about Richard Pryor. Matt, Tombs of You. Facts. You can always tell when the crowd is not that into something because we'll wander off. We'll talk about pizza. We'll talk about movies. We'll talk about anything. But Tony taking Megan out. Megan landing on her feet. This is good. I don't know. Maybe. Big Tony chant. So a good way to end the show. Just leave. You don't have to do anything else. End the fucking show. The crowd is cheering at the top of their lungs. I've always said the bigger they are, the harder they come. Wow. Yeah. I mean, again, I think I get excited because he's got all the ingredients. He's got all the parts to make something really cool. He just doesn't know how to assemble it. Did she just call her championship a tampon? She's got away with words, says Taz. Again, I think you take something cool and you border on, I don't know if calling the title. Did she call it a tampon? But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Dynamite. Get in the chat. Let me know how you felt. We take a rating out of 10 on every single show on this channel. So let me know out there, how did you feel about tonight? Was it good, bad, indifferent? What did you like? What didn't you like? How did you feel about it? There were good things in here. There were definitely not all good things. Definitely better than last week. There's good things here, but not all good. Stat should ask for a release and join TNA. Stat is a man. I like Stat a lot. Young, I think if she was under the tutelage of some real strong coaching, she would do extremely good things. It just she called it a strap on. Okay, which listen, me and Tony, kindred. I get that. That's okay. Strap in and strap on. She's talking to me, folks. But yeah, I thought she called it a tampon. That's not cool. She said strap on. Thank you. Spies Like Us was Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase. Absolutely. Don't want to go too far down. What's the other one? Who's Harry Crumb? John Candy. KJ, see you later, brother. Gotta go film a video. Till the next time. Well, thank you for being here, Johnny. Enjoy making the video, and we always appreciate the love. Booking 4 out of 10, matches 8 out of 10. Funny discrepancy there, Shazam. And I kind of like how you broke that down. Again, for me, unfortunately, one and the same. They go hand in hand. They are conjoined, whether they like it or not. Yeah, I don't think if you look at the show as a whole, there was good stuff in it. There was a lot of blank spots and maybe not the best ebb and flow to the show. This one's a tough one to rate because there was stuff I liked and it went fast. I didn't hate the show. AEW was horrible tonight. I just like John Moxley versus Cope. You thought the show was good, but you thought the Cope Moxley stuff was all right. That's interesting. Women's matches was good, but the rest was horrible. AEW jobbers versus jobbers tonight. 6.5. I'm kind of in this neighborhood. Richard, not clicking that one. 6.5 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. I think that's a fair assessment, like kind of like a C plus maybe. I know some of the fans again aren't going to want to hear this, and I'm not making any new friends on this idea. There's just too many bad decisions being made, and I don't fault the wrestlers. I think the wrestlers are killing it. I think there's plenty of talent there, but they're just not in the right positions. And like I said, little details. When you amp up and you have that crowd eating it out of your hands, that should be your get out point. You bump Tony. Then you go into the spot where the energy comes up, and then you are able to exit. Nice little fight at the end. Tony gets everyone cheering on the way out the door. Keep in mind, the fans in the building now have to sit there for 2 hours of Collision. That is balls. So Tony can say sexual things, but a man can't. What's the world coming to? Paul, that's a debate for another day, my guy. But listen, it is what it is. I mean, I like a lady with a bit of a potty mouth, so we're all right. Tony and her 13-year-old humor. It depends who you ask. And again, I think this is kind of going back to that Moxley Edge match wasn't great, but there was a table broken and he landed on spikes. Best fucking match ever. Everything's forgiven, Tony. We forgot how bad Revolution was because you did 2 oh my God spots. The vast majority of the action we got in the street fight was from everyone else running around that ran in. Someone say Fletch, classic. 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 6.75 out of 10 knee pads. AW is an F. I don't know if it's an F tonight, but you can feel that way. We will not be here Saturday or Sunday for Collision. We will be here Sunday evening for members only. So if you're not a member, make sure you become a member. We will be going live on Sunday, members only. It's going to be a fun one. Too funny tonight, Storm. 6.5 out of 10. Again, I think because Tony grew up the way Tony grew up. Tony Khan is older than me. I know it's hard to believe, but he has the mentality of a 16-year-old. So when someone like Tony says tits, he goes, "Oh my god, tits!" No, and then that's how we go. It's not good. It's a little simplistic. Great Outdoors, one of my favorite movies ever, Chris. But we're not going down that road. I love that movie. Big Bear chase me. Big Bear. 6.5, 6, 5, 6.5. Tony Khan needs to hit a home run with this women's feud, Tony and Megan. This dude, they got all the potential in the world. Megan is a fucking star. Tony is a star. They can kill. 9 out of 10. No. If you said 8, I could maybe understand. That cannot be a 9. That can't be a 9. It wasn't that good. There's way too much that wasn't good on that show, Robert. 7's reasonable. DJ 9. Okay, I still think that's high. You might have liked a little more than me. I'm curious what it was. I thought the street fight again, it wasn't that great. AR Fox and Ospreay, a throwaway match. The main event was okay, pretty good. Sasha and Billie, not great. It was okay. The opening match was good. I did like the opening match. I think the wrestlers all show up tonight. And that they do show up tonight, man. I mean, they show up at the pay-per-views, and that's why we get really amazing pay-per-views. These wrestlers are working against their booker, and it's unfortunate. Like, they're swimming upstream. It's a tough break. Always. I'm iffy on Megan losing to Tony at Dynasty after only being on AEW for 2 months. She could win, though. Or maybe nobody wins, and then we got to keep going. 7 out of 10. Great Outdoors got that one. Classic. 10 out of 10. Strange Brews. KJ, did you fill out your bracket yet? No. Well, yes, but it's a long story. 6.5 out of 10 for the show. Own that movie. See money. Let's go. 6.5. 6. I can't. What? I can't hear your tone. But no, we do appreciate you, Paul. Back at ya, hoser. Let's go. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Dynamite tonight. Good show. Good show. Good stuff. A whole bunch of weird stuff around it. There's stuff there that we liked. We appreciated some of what they put forward. I'm going to give it a 6. I don't think it was better than last night. I don't think it was better than Raw. Sorry, I don't. Again, I don't get all caught up in, wow, they did a spike spot. What else did they do, though? Like, that's my question. If we're just going to give a match 5 stars because of one move, well, then that's pretty fucking lazy, isn't it? But that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, as I've mentioned, we will be back tomorrow. King of the Ring, 8 p.m. We go to war, WrestleMania trivia. All 3 hosts will be here live to go to battle. And then, of course, Friday afternoon, we go live for SmackDown. Special time as they are in Bologna, I do believe. And it's going to be another fun afternoon show. Make sure you click all of our links. Follow all of our social. I thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. Love seeing your opinions. 6.5, 6.5. But we are the Wrestling Utopia. We are the WFU. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. On behalf of Anthony and Big Nick, I am KJ White. Come back tomorrow. We got some wings to eat. And until then, see you on the flip side. Good night.